Today is the weirdest lineup of guests we've ever had on a show.
Pretty weird.
I mean, all good.
Yeah, it's just eclectic.
Doesn't seem like it would flow together very well, but it won't. So it's not flowing into each other. Today, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour from Glee, Matthew Morrison's going to be here along with Skylar Astin, who is known best for his role in Pitch Perfect. Both fans of both the guys. Love both. Love the movie. Loved Glee. Gio's a big Glee fan. Gio was very excited when we found out that he might be coming in today. Those guys are going to be performing at a new club and restaurant and supper lounge called the Sapphire. I just called it every name possible because I don't really know what the official. I think it's a I don't know supper club.
Okay,
Sapphire Supper Club.
Yeah. But anyway, that is going to be opening this weekend, and those guys are going to be there. I assume performing because they're going to have live shows there and music and all that. We'll find out from them when they get in here. And then also our friend Craig Gass is in town, and he's got Chris Kale from Five Finger Death Punch, who we host a podcast with,
right?
And Ricky Rackman, who's a legendary MTV host. Ricky Rackman did what before he was in on MTV?
Ran clubs or was that? Okay, yeah.
I thought he was a radio guy.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah. Well, I know that he. That's kind of how he met all those guys and got into it. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So I think he had the Cat House.
The Cat House.
Okay. Yeah.
Tame Me Down. Fatter Pussycat.
Right.
Yeah. So those guys will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. And Gio, we got to get over there. Are you very excited about Glee today?
We should have them fight.
My money's on the dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very agile.
Yeah. Plus Ricky Rackman's gonna be like 70 now.
Yeah.
So, Gio, are you excited? Mr. Schuster will be here.
Yes, excited, stressed, all the above.
Why stress right away?
I always get stressed.
Make sure that they get here on time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Plus, I always have to have I have to have a lot of awkward conversations in the driveway when I'm trying to explain what it is this is.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I let them know, although I don't know how much will filter down to them. I let them know that this was a studio that was built in this house after the pandemic, and I left their name at the guard gate and all that stuff. So hopefully that goes easy.
I said it's just usually awkward conversation, but I'm used to it.
Woke up to a weird text this morning from Swigs. Remember Swigs?
Really? Yeah.
I haven't talked to Swigs in 4 years.
Right.
He's been busy with those soda shop places.
No, I don't think he's the Swig. I don't think it's the same Swig.
No.
So he texts me, and I guess he knows the driver that is bringing the guys today. And he was asking me about, I don't know, passing information on to them or whatever, just so the guy knows where. I was like, I didn't see it till this morning. I don't want to text him back.
Right, yeah.
Also, that's the catalyst to make him reach out to you is I know the driver.
I guess the driver reached out to them and said, do you have Mike's phone number? Because I'm driving these guys there tomorrow, and all I have is the address. I don't have the phone number like to say, hey, we're here or whatever. Yeah. So he said to me, do you want me to give this guy your number or do you want me to, whatever? But I was too late.
Right.
Yeah, everybody that pulls up here always looks very confused. And then they look at me and they see Joe usually milling around the trash.
Yeah, well, think about, how many times they're going to somebody's house.
Yeah.
It's always like a radio station. It's in a strip mall or it's a building.
Think about it. Really, most people are going to people's houses now.
For podcasts.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really what it is now. I mean, how many of these guys are doing radio interviews?
Yeah.
I like to pound my chest and be like, I built this here in my garage. Yeah, Mark Maron's been doing it in his garage for 10 years longer than I have. So
you've got sleeves and pants on those days, so that's good.
Oh.
Yes.
You're a fancy boy.
I can skip that.
Dressed up.
I can skip that part of the conversation, which is nice.
Fancy for Five Finger Death Punch.
What do you mean What do you mean you have to have a conversation about me in my pajamas?
I say, listen, the host may not have sleeves and or underwear.
Now you know the underwear secret. No, I'm wearing underwear today.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm missing is socks today. Everything else.
Right. He may not. He's probably doesn't have shoes, sleeves, or underwear on, and we're going into the garage. But It is very successful morning radio show.
Do you like Funko Pops?
Don't say that because I don't think they could take one when they leave.
Yeah. Door prize.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing that. I thought we were giving every
No.
guest a Funko
Yeah.
Pop.
No, we can give them something else, but not the Funko Pops.
Once
Took me a long time.
Once they get in the room, they're fine. It's
Right,
the entire
yeah.
process leading up to that.
Well, it's because it's like Willy Wonka. When you're in the garage, you're like, I'm clearly in someone's garage. Then you open this door and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's the magical wonderland.
yeah.
You know?
I'm like, don't mind the dogs. And dogs are barking. You know, it's a lot.
If I'm not going to start this whole thing now, but if there's more extension to this contract or a new contract or whatever, at that point, I would consider rebuilding out there.
Yeah.
But I hate to do it now and then a year later have them say, well, it's been nice.
Yeah, that would suck.
I just got a really nice hallway for nothing. Holy smokes. I have mail that I believe is from jail.
Oh, jail mail.
Now, I think I know what this is.
Open it away from your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say you like smell it first. Yeah.
No, I don't
Do
wanna-
like LeBron.
It is the wellness education specialist at the Hardy Correctional Institute on State Road 62 in Bowling Green, Florida. Now, I have gotten mail this size before from jail. It's been a couple of years. Last time, the prisoners made Christmas cards. You ever see how you could go to like a school and you could buy Christmas cards that the kids made,
right,
and then hand those out? The prisoners made Christmas cards last time.
That's
and
nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah, it's thoughtful.
So I don't know if that's what this is, or this could just be a bunch of D pics. I have no idea. Let's see.
I hope it's both.
I'm hoping for the latter.
Oh, there's a note, and I think there's cards.
All right.
Yep, there's cards.
Oh, man.
Oh, these are great.
From multiple inmates?
Yes. Oh, they were Easter. We missed it. They were for Easter. Oh, man. A lot of writing. Mr. Calta, please pass these out to your staff, and please share the rest with John and Drew and the rest of the Bone staff, Dizzy and Monica. It's hard to read. If you can and want to give one to Medicine Man and Jacob 2 times, you're going, okay. So they made nice cards. There you go.
That's
from jail.
Very
Nice.
thoughtful.
Thank you.
I will pass them out accordingly.
Nice.
There you go. As soon as the
And they
fentanyl doesn't kill me.
And it got sent to your house?
No. It got
Okay.
sent to the radio station.
Okay.
That would disturb me. If it
That's
came
what
to
I
that.
was like,
Yeah, I very rarely do I get things delivered here, but every once in a while something will slip through the mail. I got a certified letter yesterday. I got two. I don't even know. I got like 3 like special delivery letters yesterday. I didn't open any of them.
I have not opened my mailbox in a decade.
That's the thing. I don't. I feel like if it's coming to me through the mail, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's also
so
not
much
important.
crap.
Well, the one that was certified is the one that they wanted to have record that I got it. So
Yeah.
that's something. I don't know what that is yet. I haven't, but I don't have
Yeah, but
that.
they don't leave that in your mailbox. They give
They
it to you,
deliver
right?
that, yeah.
Yeah. Like my wife, I know, gets the mail, but at one point I literally said, do we even need this mailbox? Like, we just kind of in the way.
You,
Like, just get rid
My
of
wife
it.
will do that all the time. There'll be a stack of mail, and she'll go, will you go through that and see what? I go, throw it away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go, if it's important, I'll get it.
Yep. They'll text me. They'll call me.
Yeah.
They'll email me. I don't need this.
but much like I am with scratch offs, Carmen,
Yeah.
I don't open the mail. I don't. It can stare me right in the face. My wife was looking at.
Same.
I got 2 letters from something that said like beauty supply or something. And my wife goes, "What is that?" I go, "I don't know." And she goes, "Well, don't you want to know?" I go, "You can open it." And she goes, "Why won't you open it?" I go, "I don't care. I just don't. I don't care. I have no idea." I'm not even sure what it was. It says that I tried to buy something and my credit card got rejected, and they think there was an error. I didn't buy anything from a beauty supply company. I have no idea what it was, so I don't even know if I'm getting scammed or not. I just throw it away.
Right, because you're like, is somebody else trying to use my card, or is somebody trying to get my information by saying that somebody else used my card or I
Right.
use my card? Yeah, it's so confusing.
I don't know what to
now.
believe anymore.
Yeah,
Everything's AI.
yeah, it is. That's AI.
What else? Anybody do anything great? Anything coming up this weekend?
Not really. I mean, there's a good UFC on Saturday night. Friday night, I don't know, Carmen, if you want to go. Napalm Death is playing.
Oh,
Ooh,
So-
sorry, busy.
Yeah.
Oh, a buddy of mine was at Rockville last night. Guns N' Roses played.
Yeah.
Oof.
Bad?
Oh.
Mickey Mouse is on stage just
Oh,
working it,
really?
man. It sounded, the band sounds amazing. Sounds exactly like the album.
Right. I saw Jericho out there with his band, and he had it packed, and he had them call and response and stuff. Jericho's a rock star, man.
Oh, yeah. He
Oh.
knows what's going on.
Axel is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I know, but you got to think that after all these years, he probably just can't do it anymore. It's not like David
Yeah,
Lee
right.
Roth where he's
I'm not mad at him.
But that's it. If you can't do it anymore, what are you doing? Because you're ruining your legacy.
Clearly, people want to see it.
The
though.
money must be so good that nobody around them can say, dude, this is not sounding great.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Yeah, it was on Instagram. I'll send it to you
I'm
guys.
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure it's terrible.
I mean, it's Mickey Mouse. It's the Mickey Mouse voice that we've heard. You know, he's singing, he was doing Welcome to the Jungle. I went, oh no.
It was whenever they had the Black Sabbath thing, whenever they did the Ozzy concert and stuff, and they came out there, and he was like, woo.
Yeah.
what did Moose put up a picture of?
Oh, I didn't see.
Moose put up a picture of a drum set that looked like
On Instagram or where?
I don't know. I saw it on Facebook, but
Well, I don't know.
and he said, "Ooh, ready to go," and I couldn't tell who it was. The drum set looked like it had a picture of Charles Manson on it, but it wasn't. I couldn't figure out who it was.
Well,
Maybe
Good
it was
luck.
Guns N' Roses.
good luck. If you give me some more information,
Yeah,
I probably.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
send me the picture, I'm sure I'd probably know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely have no FOMO on that. I just realized that's in where's that Daytona
Yeah.
and Rolling Loud's going on in Orlando. That must be a heavy corridor over there.
I'm sure. Yeah.
That's got to be a lot of traffic.
I will tell you, surprisingly, that Rockville is done very well.
Yeah.
Because that was the first festival I went to. Because I'm not a big festival guy. I'm not even a more than 2 bands on a bill guy. Like
Yeah.
if there's 4 bands and stuff, I usually go for the the co-headliners last 3 songs and then the
Yeah.
headliner or something. But
I'm sure that area is used to hosting probably more people than Rockville draws with like Daytona 500 and
Yeah.
stuff. You know.
yeah, I mean, so the traffic wasn't bad. There's nothing to do in Daytona. Daytona is
It's a dump.
Yeah, and especially after the hurricane, there was like nothing there. But we stayed at a hotel that was right down the street, totally fine. Getting in and out was pretty easy. They had food and drinks and shelter everywhere. Everyone was cool. Like
Yeah,
there was nobody
that's
like
good.
you think you're going to see terror and suicidal tendencies and all that stuff. People are going to try and fight you. Everyone was totally cool.
Here, I wonder
I'd
if
be
you
worried
guys,
about.
I wonder if you guys can hear this. Hold on a second.
That doesn't sound too bad.
It sounded pretty bad.
I
To
mean,
me.
that's a high pitched song, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not great.
He's
No.
doing the talk singing. He's off time and then
Yeah.
goes into the higher part and he's total falsetto.
And I told you, he runs off stage and gets oxygen.
Sure.
Which I'm not knocking him for it. I'm just saying it must be draining him.
But he can't do that high gravelly
Yeah.
signature,
The signature sound,
what
yeah.
he's famous for. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Which nobody's. It's like you're just a little bit older now.
And-
It goes away.
Is that normal to run off stage to get oxygen? That
I
sounds
think when
like
you're-
maybe hang it up.
Yeah.
When
Take a
you're-
break.
When
Take a
you're running
rest.
around at that age, running around like a lunatic, screaming.
Maybe you shouldn't do it anymore.
Well, that's what Galvin-
Right?
They
That's
must be
what Galvin's
making
saying.
so
Yeah.
much money that's
Yeah.
like
I'm
you know.
sure they are. I'm sure
But-
they
Plus,
are.
there's people
Aren't
that
they
want to
worth
see
a
them.
lot of money?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but people
yeah.
want to see them. They want to
Yeah.
see them live. And Axel's worth a lot of money, and Slash is worth a lot of money, and Duff's worth a lot of money, and those other guys are like, we really could use the money.
Like any bill that says has Guns N' Roses on it looks great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to draw people. But man, nobody can tell him like, dude, it's not. There's got to maybe just sing the songs different. I was like, you put it in a different key or do something.
Yeah.
To just do a different version of it. Like, there's bands that do that. They've changed the version
Right.
and the key and stuff over the years.
They probably have done that already.
Maybe.
They probably have done that.
But that Mickey Mouse voice that he does just sounds horrible.
I will say, still to this day, at 54 years old, Appetite for Destruction, the greatest album of all time.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there
With what?
with Led Zeppelin 4,
Right.
with Dark Side of the Moon, with
I mean, Dark Side of
Master
the
of
Moon.
Puppets.
Dark Side of the Moon is great, but it's different, almost like a different genre. You know?
Oh yeah, no, I thought you were just saying albums, like full albums all the way through, like all the songs and stuff that are on there. I mean, there's a lot of great albums, but that's one of those ones that it's hit after hit, not only radio hit after hit after hit, which there's a ton of those on there, but then just every song. I can't pick a bad song off of Appetite.
I agree with
Carmen, what do you think? Would you change the top 5 or do you want to add something?
I think it's good. I think you guys nailed it.
You know, like Toxic by Britney Spears. You want to mix that in there?
Nah.
How are things at the homestead?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you take a pool picture just to bust Gio's balls.
Yes. Well, yesterday, I did a little cleaning and I got home and then I was sitting outside and I was like, "Ooh, it's so nice." So then I put a bikini on and then I got in the pool.
I didn't know you got in the pool.
Yeah. Well, I'm not taking my phone in the pool, and I was home by myself. But we have like a big floaty.
What do you mean you're not taking your phone in the pool? Of course you got to take your phone in the pool.
Not in the pool.
No,
I mean in the pool.
Yeah, because you
Addicted.
you have a problem.
Yeah.
Where I just put it up on the table, turn the ringer on in case Chad calls or something like that. But yeah, I just got in our big floaty and just floated around. The dog.
If I called you, would you answer or would you say I'm not a doctor?
I wouldn't know that you were calling, but I would probably have to call you back because by the time I got out of the floaty into my phone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I honestly, I was joking before, but I would have that phone with me right on the float.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, I need to know what's going on.
I don't, and that's kind of like a little detox, a little time away.
Yeah, you got to.
There's a time and a place to put your phone down, and when you're in the pool relaxing, that's a great time to put your phone down.
Before I go to bed, I put my phone down 4 different times. I put it away and I go, okay, I'm done. Then I go, let me check one more thing. Then, wait, hold on, I got a text. Oh, wait.
I try to stop looking at my phone for 30 minutes before I go to bed.
It is so funny that you bring this up, Carmen, because a little bit behind the scenes of in here, whenever we come in, I'm getting news ready. Mike's over there making notes and going through stuff. Gio comes in a little bit later because he gets the coffee and does that. Carmen's already in studio and she's getting everything ready. What do you think Joe does?
Joe mills about. Joe goes over to the TV. He does some stuff with the TV out there. He comes in here. He gets the lights going.
Mm-hmm. But then after that, Joe just sits there. I just sent you guys a picture. I was sitting here getting news ready, and I just look over, and he's just staring off into space. He's not on his phone. He's not on his computer. He was literally just...
I'm preparing myself for the show.
Sometimes you need to decompress.
It looks like he's meditating.
Yeah,
that's right.
He was just looking straight ahead, not doing anything else.
Do we know if those eyes are open?
Sitting there. I think the eyes are open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like his eyes are closed.
Maybe closed.
Yeah.
Listen, that is an old man's.
That's what Axl Rose should be doing.
This the picture of Ben Affleck where he's smoking the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's Joe's version of that
I
meme.
sniped a picture real quick because I was like, "What is Joe doing?" And then I go,
What were you doing, Joe? Were you looking at the monitor? Were you thinking, or were you just tuning out?
Pontificating.
Well, let me look at it. Hold on. I'll tell you.
All right.
Oh, no, I was looking at what was on TV.
Oh, the TV.
Yeah.
Up here. I got you. Oh, man. So I'm going to this thing tomorrow night, the Sapphire.
"Oh, you are?
So
Are you gonna wear a fedora?"
if I had a fedora, I would.
Huh?
It was, I have to tell you, it went from yes to we're up to 67% that I'm going.
Okay.
Right now. That is because as time went on, I realized how more and more involved it was. And I don't know. I have to get shoes. I don't have shoes to wear.
Oh, new night shoes?
New night shoes.
Come on.
Right?
That means though you guys are gonna be at the mall.
I'm not going to be in the mall. My wife is going to the mall today. I asked her to pick me up a pair of new night shoes.
You're going to the mall.
The Hey Dudes or Crocs aren't gonna cut it for Sapphire?
Will not cut it for Sapphire.
All right.
I even tried fancy sneakers.
I was gonna say, what about those silver shoes that make your feet bleed?
Nope.
You don't want to wear those?
Yeah, I can't wear those.
Anytime I drive by the mall, I go, "Who the hell goes to the
Yeah.
mall?" It's you guys.
Ooh.
It's not me. It's Amanda.
Don't you have like Jordans and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Those kind of
it's
go
too
with.
fancy for that.
You think?
Yeah.
It's so funny to me that that's like a rule. It's, the Jordans are probably more expensive than any other shoes that people are wearing in there.
Yeah.
It's just because they're dress shoes or
Right.
whatever. But like those kind of go with everything, and especially if you're, popular.
You definitely can wear Jordans.
Right.
No.
As your fancy shoes. Yes, you can.
Are they going to kick you out?
Yeah.
I guarantee.
No, but it's
I
just not one of
guarantee-
those events. It's not a sports thing.
What
or
is the
whatever.
event?
It's the grand opening of this high-end nightclub / restaurant /
100% Jordans.
Yes.
Yeah,
By the way,
You could
not
easily
the
wear
grand
it.
opening.
I'm
Do
telling you right
Yes.
now, whatever shoes you get are not going to be as cool as Jordans.
Be a trendsetter, not a follower.
I'm
And
not. Do I have anything about me that's a trendsetter?
And again, Jordans would be following the trend because that
They
is
would,
a,
yeah. lot of
that is
people
a very common trend to wear like a suit.
Even Pete
but-
said he's not wearing Jordans.
Mm.
He's going for night shoes.
Wingtips,
All right.
Maybe. I would wear a nice pair of wingtips.
penny loafers,
Shiny loafers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
steel toe boots.
Oh,
Get a nice shoe shine before you get there.
yep. We'll buff out.
You should just get some cowboy boots.
No.
Yes, those work too.
If Ian,
Those can replace any night shoes you
if
get.
Ian is going to this, what do you think Ian's wearing? He's not wearing wingtips.
I don't know.
He's not.
You're right. Certain people can get away with certain things.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm that guy.
I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to go in there and you're going to go, damn it.
Should have worn my Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have
Even
a
though
pair.
I will say Jordans not that comfortable.
No, they're the worst.
Yeah, they're too flat for me. There's like no support in them. They look nice. Chad has a bunch, you know what I mean? But I'm not a big fan of them.
I did a very old man / probably what ladies do to each other, whatever. I saw a lady the other day and she was wearing some Brooks, and I go, excuse me. I go, what kind of Brooks are those? What model? And she goes, oh, I don't know. She was like completely confused, whatever. And I was looking at them and she was like, but they're good. We were talking. She was super nice and talking about the shoes, but just like random lady, hey, I like your shoes.
Now, how come when he says that, you don't say, and then you went up to the lady and said, hey, what kind of shoes you got over there?
Creep.
Yeah, creep.
Because he didn't go up to her and say, ooh, can I smell you? Run.
I've never said that to a woman. I've never
Yeah,
smelled a
I
That's
woman.
remember that.
usually how all your stories start.
Yeah.
I saw this lady. I wanted to smell her, so I went up and said hi.
Also, you know that I'm generally interested in
In the
her
shoes.
shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
I want to talk to a lady too.
No,
No.
if she wasn't a
Yeah,
smoke
no.
show, you're not going over.
You are talking to her under false pretenses.
Yep.
You're
You're
like,
talking to her to get her Instagram.
yeah.
Galvin's talking to her to get her.
I've never said to a lady, hey, give me your Instagram. Ever.
No, you just creep until you find them later
No,
on.
that's some,
Yeah.
some
You look
That-
through their pictures and
Right.
match up historical landmarks.
You go and you go and introduce yourself so you can get her name, so then you can go find her easier.
I did. No, I don't. I'm not finding women.
Take a picture of her and then
Yeah.
put it in ChatGPT. Find
Yeah.
this woman's social media.
I saw a
On
picture.
Instagram.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that bench. I think she's in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just one thing. Yeah. All right, I get your point.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a big difference in the approach.
Nothing wrong with it. Just different.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because after that I was on Instagram and I saw a lady who said how women meet, and it was her and she was doing Forrest Gump. Like the voiceover thing was, those look like comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta have night shoes. I gotta have. I think I'm wearing like a full suit.
A suit.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're not going.
Right?
You are
Yeah.
not.
No.
I
going.
shouldn't go.
No
I'm not going.
way.
Thank you,
also,
Gio.
I feel like you're gonna get there and you're gonna go, oh, what am I wearing a suit and night shoes for when I could have just wore cool stuff, like you're gonna dress like you're going to the 6th grade dance
Yeah.
and everybody else is gonna be dressed like it's a nightclub.
Yeah.
I'd say you go tracksuit, Michael.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Make it easy.
I bet you if I rolled out in the tracksuit, I could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
Suit out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For those reasons, I'm out.
I don't know. I tried to
is-
get out, and then Pete and my wife brought me back in. And
The three of you are going?
no, Pete's going with a girl.
Right.
4 of us are
Four,
going.
four of you
Yeah.
going?
Double date.
Yeah, we had a little double date action. And Pete would not. I kept going. I don't know, Pete. I think I'm out. He'd go. All right. Well, we're gonna go. And he would not bail with me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because he's going on a date. Like
Yeah.
you're going with your wife,
Yeah,
He's-
he's trying to impress.
right?
Pete cancels, it kind of screws things up. You cancel.
Well, we didn't have to cancel.
No. Well,
We could have just did something else.
well, that's what I'm saying. Not going to this thing.
Yeah.
You not.
Don't get me wrong. I want to go.
It sounds like
I don't want all the fanfare that goes with it.
Yeah.
The hoopla.
Fan.
Just
fanfare.
Yeah, Pete's trying to impress a girl.
Right.
Like, oh,
Man,
look
What'd
at
you
the-
say?
I said you are such an old man.
Why?
Night shoes and fanfare.
There's a lot of fanfare that
She makes
goes
a
on.
good point.
Is Ringo going to be there?
If you're going to an event, and you have to go purchase a new wardrobe. It's probably the event's not for you.
But that's the thing. He doesn't need to.
No. I
don't
He
need
has
to.
clothes.
I just need shoes.
yeah,
I just need shoes.
You also don't need shoes. How you have night shoes. You're fine.
I can't. I don't. I have those black shoes with like white soles, and my wife's like, "No, those are too casual." You
They're
need-
not.
no, they're not.
They're not.
No,
All right.
he's still gonna buy new
I'm
shoes.
Yeah.
totally
Oh,
gonna buy new-
Yeah, that's
obviously.
sorry. That train.
He's
I
going
left
to the
station.
mall.
He's going to buy new
I'm not
shoes
going to
that
the mall.
looks like a kid in junior high going to a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To wear.
Like when you borrowed grandpa's
You know
shoes.
that kid? You know that kid from junior high? I look like his dad who dropped him off at the
Yeah.
at the dance. Oh,
You're not going.
I would like the other. You don't even know the worst part. I gotta drive.
Oh,
Oh.
What? Oh,
the-
you're definitely not going.
I gotta drive myself.
Yeah, Uber? I would Uber.
Ooh.
Yeah, Uber
Yeah.
XL,
Uber Black.
baby.
No, now we're talking.
yeah.
Forgot about that. I don't really use Uber a lot. I forgot about that.
You can't roll up with just by yourself.
To roll
Putting
up,
on my night shoes.
roll up in Pete's Lamborghini.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Pete's got some nice cars.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be different.
You and Pete.
Struggling to get out of a Lamborghini. I don't know. You guys just want to park it yourself? 'Cause,
Oh.
I have other cars.
We got a line.
Yeah.
I hope you drown in your pool.
Slipping around with your new shoes because the bottoms aren't scored.
Oh no. It's gonna be a great night. Great night. Just look, you're not going.
Yeah.
Just go to Esposito's.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Ooh.
I can wear jeans there.
Any shoes you want there.
Yeah.
Now
that's
we're
true.
talking.
Nobody's judging me at Esposito's.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sure it's a great place, but
I like the,
Is there a dress code for this place? Is it like because it seems like
yeah, it's formal.
high end.
Like there will be
It's-
people wearing tuxedos.
Do you have a like an invitation or a
right.
thing?
I don't, but I read it last night.
Mm.
It's formal dress. There will be people in tuxedos there.
Oh, maybe you have to go full tuxedo then.
No, I don't have. I already got clearance on that. You do not have to go full tuxedo.
Luxury supper club and lounge.
Mm.
Let me see.
Between-
Dress code. Dress code.
Oh, there
Dress
we go.
code.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, keep in mind, there's dress code for the club, not for grand opening.
Right. But I'm just saying, this says
To preserve the refined high energy elegance of the Sapphire, all guests are expected to adhere to a strict business and formal dress code.
See?
Our environment,
Business.
our environment is designed to be immersive, sophisticated, and visually striking.
you're out.
Your attire is part of the experience.
Men's attire. Acceptable attire includes required polish, tailored, and upscaled evening wear.
Wow.
Dinner
Night
jacket.
shoes.
Dinner jackets, suits, or tailored blazers, requested, not required. Collared dress shirts or elevated knitwear. Dress slacks, tailored trousers, or refined denim.
Mm.
So
you
refined
wear
denim.
jeans
So
and a-
nice
Not
jeans.
to the opening.
Dress shoes, upscale loafers, or upscale sneakers.
Oh.
In your face.
You're back, baby.
Not
Loser.
permitted. Not permitted.
This is the grand opening. This isn't average Wednesday.
Oh, this is
You're-
it.
It's the dress code.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm listening.
Not permitted. Athletic wear, no cutoff gym shirts, gym attire, or sports jerseys. Can't wear your all-star jersey.
Ooh.
Tank tops or sleeveless shirts.
Oh, this is, they're saying don't come, Mike Calta.
Yeah.
Shorts. Can I wear my Jordan shorts? Shorts of any kind
Oh.
are not permitted.
Okay.
Flip-flops, slides, or casual sandals. Hey, dudes. Distressed or overly casual clothing. Baseball caps must be removed upon entry.
Yeah.
Exposed undergarments. Oh, Madonna's out.
Yeah. I
Uh,
don't think that's for girls. I think that's for boys.
This is just for men
Yeah.
because I have women's attire here too. And then the last one is excessively flashy or distracting jewelry.
Oh.
Can't wear your big spinner
yeah,
chain.
Yeah. Oh, I like the way they thought ahead on that one.
Yeah.
So you could literally wear a nice pair of dark jeans,
Yep.
a button-up shirt,
Yep.
and Jordans.
Yeah.
And that is perfectly acceptable.
You're in?
Now for the grand
Yes.
opening.
Oh
For the
my
grand
God.
opening.
The grand opening.
Why
You're
do you think there's a difference here? Why do you think there's a
Yeah.
difference?
Because there is.
There
That's
is?
how events go.
Yeah.
None of us know events. You're right. You're an event guy
Yeah.
that knows all the events. I didn't know. I didn't know that you knew so much about events.
Distressed and over casual. That's how I always describe Joe.
Yes, definitely distressed.
And that's a compliment,
overkill.
Joe.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you, Gio.
All right.
By the way, I love Not Permitted. Literally should just say what Mike Helton wears day to day. Flip flop slides, shorts, sleeveless shirts.
Day
Yeah.
clothes. Day
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not permitted.
Yeah.
For sure.
Women's attire. Carmen, you want to see if you ever wind up going? You're not invited, but you know,
Okay.
if you ever go. Elegant, stylish, and evening forward presentation. Acceptable attire includes refined upscale dresses or elevated evening wear, chic, fashion forward tops paired with tailored pants or skirts, stylish heels, dress sandals, or elegant flats. Not permitted is a Nickelodeon T-shirt and yoga pants, especially if they're not ironed properly.
I don't
No.
wear Nickelodeon shirts.
I've seen you wear a
They're all
Nickelodeon shirt.
They're all Chamberlain shirts
No,
now.
well, now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, though, I'm pretty sure I saw.
Nick.
No,
So
no.
you wear the little
was somebody
kids,
else. That was-
rascals or whatever the hell they were
Does
called.
it say
No,
no shirt?
Rugrats. That was Disney in Spanish.
Yeah, you were in there too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was not.
It says here no shirts with Chad's face either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, then I'm out.
Carmen, no whistles. You're not allowed to wear a whistle.
Nope.
around here.
Oh,
It says for not permitted, athletic wear, gym attire, or athleisure, pool wear, beach wear, overly revealing garments,
Oh.
shorts of any kind, flip flops or casual sandals, clothing with offensive graphics. Oh, come on, man. Exposed undergarments or excessively flashy or distracting jewelry. Also,
they're just taking the fun out of it.
I'm starting to lean to what you're saying now, though.
No, don't go.
No. The fact that they're going into this much detail on the dress code, I think says a lot.
this is day to day dress code.
Oh, this is not
This
from
is
the.
not-
oh, I
no,
thought this was from the
part-
website.
Right.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the website, but
Yeah.
I'm saying this is day to day dress code. This isn't like this is our grand opening dress code.
Right.
This is the dress code.
But I'm saying the fact that they're going into that much detail says that they take that serious.
Seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're saying if you look cool, you can wear that stuff.
Right. You
Yeah.
can wear jeans. You can wear a button up. You can wear
Right.
Jordans. You can wear all
You can
of
wear all
those
that stuff.
things.
What they don't want is your light blue jeans and Hey Dudes and
I know.
you know,
I get it.
and a graphic tee.
yeah.
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 I get it. I'm not confused.
No, you're
It's-
wearing a tuxedo and wingtips
I'm
and
not.
stuff
Yeah.
and a monocle.
I'm not wearing a. Oh, I would do a monocle. I'd pull a monocle off.
No,
Mr. Peanut shows up.
I'm on. You definitely have to go to the mall now.
Thank you. I'm not going to the mall. My wife's going to the mall, and she's going to come back with a pair of night shoes, and that's all I need.
What you need to do, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Is Soph coming by today?
I don't think so.
You
but
should have Soph come by today, and she knows exactly all the stuff that's in your closet and say, I need a cool outfit. And she would put 3 different cool outfits together for you.
Well, I did that with Amanda last night, and that's why I pulled out 3 different like suits that I was going to wear. You know what Amanda wore last night for the first time in 20 years? Her wedding dress. Yeah, she put it on and it was big on her. Not too many wives can say that they tried their dress on 20 years later and it was actually big.
Did you go to Texas Roadhouse in it, or where?
No, she's
Oh, just trying it on.
Trying it on, yeah.
Oh, I think
Just
he's
wearing
talking about you, Carmen.
it. No, I'm not.
3 weeks later, can't
No,
fit in it.
no, sorry. I was not talking about you.
Yeah.
Not talking about you.
What a jerk.
All right, let's take
Gio,
a
that
break.
was you.
Yeah.
You can't pass that one off to Mike. I
get
heard
blamed.
it.
I get blamed for everything.
Yeah, I heard it come from your lips.
Yeah, you brought it up.
You're a jerk.
When we come back from break, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we'll play a little round the Sporkle next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, what do we have to give away to these fine folks this morning?
Okay, so today we have Hank Williams Jr.,
Uh-huh.
Dave Matthews Band,
Okay.
and Triumph.
All right. You'll have your choice of tickets if you win. Let's play a little Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, so this week we kind of did like a movie theme, so I figured we'd finish it out strong
Okay.
with another movie quiz,
All right.
right?
By the way, real quick, Mike is going for 3 in a row.
All right.
Okay, so today's movie quiz is top grossing movies in 2006.
Okay.
So that is 20 years ago. All right. So I'm going to give.
remember.
Yeah, that was a bad year.
It was a long time ago. So I'm going to give you some of the title. You're going to give me the missing word, and we're going to go from bottom to top grossing.
I like doing
wise.
that.
Yep. Okay, for your first one, Blood.
Timing.
Mike, 171 million. Flushed,
Out.
178 million. Flushed, blank.
In.
Down.
Away. Flushed away.
What is that?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, but it raised 178 million. Movie 4.
Scary.
Galvin. Deja.
Boo.
Galvin. Man.
Anchor.
Inside.
Inside. Mike.
That was a great movie.
Season. 197 million.
Blank season.
Killing.
Blank season, yes. 2006. Open season. The Up.
Way.
2005 million. The blank up.
Step.
I don't know.
The Breakup.
Oh.
That was a great movie. Okay. This is a long title. Borat. Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation
Kazakhstan.
of... Thank you, Calvin.
Damn it.
The of Happiness.
Pursuit.
Mike. The Devil Wears.
Prada.
Yes.
Galvin.
No.
That was Gio.
Gio. Okay.
No. Don't take it away from me. I love it so much.
And Pap, we are halfway there.
Gio is on the board with 1 point. Michael and Galvin are both tied. They have 3 apiece.
All right, we are doing top grossing movies in 2006. Your next one, The Hedge.
Fund.
Blank
Over.
Over the Hedge. Happy,
Gilmore. No, that's stupid.
That was pretty stupid.
384 million.
Feet.
Happy Feet. Mike Calta. Superman,
Returns.
Mike. Impossible 3,
Mission.
Mike. X-Men, The Stand,
Last.
Galvin. Night at the
Museum.
Galvin. And Pap,
Oh boy.
we are on the last 3.
Gio has a single point on the board still. Michael and Galvin both have 6.
Come on.
All right, top grossing movies, 2006, last 3. Here we go. Royale,
Casino.
Mike. Ice Age, The
Movie.
Ice Age, The blank,
Sequel.
$655 million.
The Chill.
The Meltdown.
Oh.
Opposite of chill.
And your last one.
Mike and I tied, or
No.
No, Michael has 7.
you
You
got
have
one?
6.
All right.
Am I out?
No.
You can block. Everyone's still in it.
Oh,
Last one.
Why would I do that?
The Da Vinci
Code.
Galvin.
All right. Now you're out.
Oh.
Yes. All right. So this is the top grossing movie of 2006. Tiebreaker between Mike and Galvin. Pirates of the Caribbean, Man's Chest.
Dead.
Damn it.
Mike.
I got confused and yelled something. It was hard. I said, that was good.
Your final score, Gio with 1 point on the board, Galvin with 7, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
And And I got to be honest with you, I didn't really have anything planned, so I would like you and your best Captain
Shocker.
Jack Sparrow. Well, I didn't expect to win, Gio. I'm a humble man.
I don't believe you.
And your best Captain Jack Sparrow to talk about how wonderful I am at sports.
He did a fantastic job. He came from behind, then he went forward, and then he wound up having 8, and he won the whole thing.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yo ho, Mike's good at Sporco.
Terrible and great at the same time. You're the worst. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Chris.
Chris, you are the winner, sir. I'll put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and you will have your choice of prizes. Thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. He's on line 8, Carmen.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have cruising for a bruising, thin atmosphere, and 53% of geos.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure it's flattering.
Something we talked about yesterday.
Great.
Also, Matthew Morrison from Glee, who played Mr. Schuster, is going to be in the studio with us, as well as Skylar Aston, who is the dude from Pitch Perfect, who is great. He's one of the. And you know what? Yesterday you said it on the air how he's got a little Dane Cook in him.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of.
Like if somebody said that's Dane Cook's brother, you go, oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was great in that movie. They will be in the studio with us. They're going to be at the Sapphire Club this weekend, and also then later on, Ricky Rackman, Craig Gass, and Chris Kale will be in the studio with us. We got a full Friday show and a chance to win $1,000 coming up starting at 8 o'clock with the Bone bonus. We've got news next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It is currently 30 degrees below zero in this room. It is freezing.
You know what's so funny is I did not wear my hoodie today. Normally I wear it in, but it was hot outside. But I still brought it with me in case it gets freezing in here.
I can't complain though, because what I think is happening is that Joey has a damper problem in his room. The damper opens and closes, and they had to order a new one for him, so it didn't come in yet. And in the meantime, I've shut the air conditioning off. I went in there and shut the system off, and it's still working. I'd much rather it still be working than it not be working. Better? I'd rather it be cold in here than be hot.
Yeah.
So-
Because you can always get warm. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
100%.
It is, because I am freezing today.
Yeah.
Long pants and a real shirt.
I always bring a hoodie in here and take it off the minute I leave,
Ooh,
which is fine. I'd rather if we were sweating, it'd be far worse.
It'd be way worse, right? All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show, sponsored by Badger Bob Services.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
I gotta tell you, this place is so buttoned up. It's not even funny.
Why, what do
I
you
just
mean?
I have an email of something that's going on, and it's like, yeah. Well, I mean, why don't you wait until like the last minute if you can?
Like
I
what?
don't- just
Promo thing.
yeah.
Mm.
They're like, hey, you have Collins and this and that and everything. Do you want to? And I'm like,
Oh,
I'll just do it live.
yeah.
I'll do it live. Today's top story: federal officials in San Diego detained and deported over 24 suspected cruise ship workers in a child porn operation late last month at the San Diego
Whoa.
port. Yeah, in what was initially rumored to be an ICE raid. Between April 23rd and April 27th of this year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers boarded 8 cruise ships at the Port of San Diego Cruise Ship Terminal. And as part of an ongoing sexual exploitation material enforcement operation, the agency, the CBP, reports 27 of the 28 people detained by federal officials were involved in either the receipt, possession, transportation, distribution, or viewing of child exploitation material or child pornography. In total, after boarding all 8 cruise ships, officers detained 26 suspected crew members from the Philippines, 1 suspected crew member from Portugal, and 1 from Indonesia, part of the CSEM enforcement operation.
That is insane to me. And evidently that's I guess the cruise community is
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, you're going different places. You're in this port, then this port. Transportation makes it easy. You can snatch people up. Who knows what happens here? You know, all that kind of stuff. Like, it makes sense that would be a viable place for that type of stuff. But
That's why
Jesus.
I'm always deathly afraid to leave my daughter on the cruise ships. Let
Yeah.
her run around on her own.
Well, and then think about this. Also, the workers know what rooms the kids are in.
Yeah.
And so it would be very easy for them to like set up cameras and stuff.
Right. Wasn't
And-
there a story we did a while ago where there was like a guy in the wall, in between the walls of somebody's
Something,
cabin.
yeah.
I was like peeking in and doing all kind of stuff.
I'm always like, nobody go anywhere alone
yeah.
on the cruise ship. Like when my kids are there.
I know, but it's still even that. I mean, because what happens is usually we go with my brother and his kids, and those kids are too similar in age. So what's the 10-year-old going to do to the 9-year-old? You know what I mean?
I mean,
For the 9-year-old?
yeah.
It's not them. It's someone taking both of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or taking advantage of both of them, you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's scary.
But also on a cruise ship, there's cameras everywhere.
I know,
Everywhere.
but clearly things happen.
They weren't doing it on the cruise ship. They just worked on a cruise ship.
I know, but clearly things happen on those ships.
Yeah, because they know.
But we don't know. They could have been doing it on the cruise ships, but they're not going to put that out there. You know what I mean?
Well, the police would.
I'm wearing jeans today. I'm so uncomfortable. Can't stop moving.
They say, like, and listen, truckers, don't get mad at me. I know you're all out there doing very good work and stuff, but there are some. They say that truckers, that's a big thing for
Serial
killers and trading women and, that type of stuff as well, because you're always on the move and you're going all these different places. And
I'd like to trade women.
yeah, well,
No.
get your CDL.
Just kidding.
The U.S. State Department will begin revoking the U.S. passports of thousands of parents who owe a significant amount of unpaid child support. The department say that the revocations would begin today and be focused on those who owe $100,000 or more.
Oh my God! And child support?
Yeah. Oh, it adds up, man.
Yeah.
That would apply to about 2,700 American passport holders, according to the figures supplied by the State Department.
Wow.
Yeah. The revocation program will be greatly expanded to cover parents who owe more than $2,500 in unpaid child support. The threshold set by a little enforced 1996 law, according to the State Department.
Because it used to be driver's license, right? They went after driver's license. Well, I think that's good. I think if you have kids and you're not taking for your care of your kids, you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
And this should be the way that they force it out of you.
You don't get to drive. You don't get to travel. You don't get to do any of that.
You can't take care of your number one responsibility. You can't be trusted to take care of the rest of them.
They're going to garnish you your wages.
That's right.
Astronomers say they may have detected thin atmosphere around a tiny icy world beyond Pluto. It's big news because it's something that we've never seen before on an object that small. By watching objects pass in front of a distant star, scientists observe subtle dimming, which suggests it's surrounded by gases like methane or nitrogen. If confirmed, it could reshape how scientists understand our solar system.
Oh, well, good. We know nothing.
Some new stuff.
But we know nothing.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing that we were talking about whenever that 3i Atlas, is that what it was called? The 3i Atlas, and it was doing those things, and it's like, this never done this before. But it was a situation where, it's never done that before, but how many of those have we seen? And you don't know. It's not like a very common thing. You see somebody walk through a wall, you go, Jesus Christ, that guy just walked through a wall.
Right.
But
I still think 3i Atlas was something else. I do. I don't think it was coming here for anything. I can't. I mean, anything that course corrected like that had to have some ability to do that.
Yeah, or is it just random coincidence? Because there's situations.
That's a long coincidence.
I understand that, but there are situations where it turns out to be something completely different from what they thought, and they're like, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that's how it went. You know?
And with the advancement in technology, like we're able to see a lot more things now than what they could 20, 30 years ago. So this could have happened before. We just weren't able to catch it at the time.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know,
I don't know. I think that we're on the verge of something. I saw yesterday that they sent all the FBI records over there, and they're in the process of having that done. And then reading those reports about the religious leaders being warned and giving them a heads up, I feel like something we're on the verge of something.
You want something.
I want something.
Yeah,
so
you
bad.
want something.
So bad in my lifetime.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that anyone ever got anywhere before we had GPS and different stuff. Like, think about getting on a ship back in the day and going, we're going
by
to
the stars.
Wherever, by stars, and hope we have enough food. Right. Otherwise, we're going to be eating crew members.
Yeah, which most of the time they did not. And then they got scurvy.
Right. And all that type of stuff, and then they wound up somewhere completely different.
And they
didn't know where they were going. Yeah, Yeah, I would. Hey, you want to go on the ship? No,
No.
I'm good here.
I bet a lot of them weren't volunteering.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. We talked about Mother's Day coming up. 47% of Americans plan to celebrate Mother's Day this year. Geo apparently is in the other 53%. 39% say they were closer to their mother growing up. Also, the average person plans to spend about how much on Mother's Day gifts?
$150.
$150. Any other guesses?
$200.
$200.
$250.
$250.
Zero.
$0. It says the average person plans on spending $284 on gifts.
That's insane.
That's a lot,
That is a lot.
and that's for the average. So there's people that are spending, $500. And there's people that are spending $100.
I think it also determines how, or depends on how many kids you have. The
Yeah.
more kids, the more money.
Yeah.
I got to do something. I'm flummoxed.
Carmen gave you a good suggestion.
What was your suggestion?
The spa.
I know, but where and what's the spa? You know
Like I
what I'm
said,
saying?
find a masseuse that will come to your house.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
It's so easy.
I know, but
Google.
I'm looking on Craigslist. Next thing you
No,
know,
no,
yeah.
No.
that's not what you're
Craigslist.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you find
Free.
masseuses that come to
No.
the house.
Yeah, you
No.
want one that
That's
has
what
a legitimate license, and
Yes.
yeah, you can find it.
I got one here. Her name is Brown Sugar.
No.
And she said she'll spend up to an hour and a half here if the money is right.
And they only charge roses, Michael.
That's right. right.
You can have a legitimate one for your wife, and then you get
Oh,
brown sugar
yeah.
comes for you. You get in a van.
Oh,
A strong man overseas, the strong man, the
like the from the circus,
throwing the piano,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
doing,
yeah.
no, the guys that do,
toss
compete.
the kegs and stuff.
Yeah, and carrying the stones and doing everything. He believes he has become the first person ever to pull a car with just his penis.
Oh,
Now that's a
Oh.
lot. Like that's a lot to do, whatever. But this guy believes he's the first person to ever pull a car with just his penis while on fire.
I agree that that's probably right.
Yeah, so his name is John Stevenson. He is 50 years old, and we had talked about him before because he became the first person known in the UK for pulling a car just using his testicles,
Right.
which was to raise awareness for men's mental health. But now,
To show you what it really looks like to be nuts.
yeah, so he pulled a car with his penis while he was on fire. Joe has a picture of him.
Oh,
on
there's a
BuzzTV.
picture of
Yeah,
it.
there's a picture. Well, it's not him pulling the car, but he's just standing there with the strap around his neck. And,
All right.
yeah, looks
He's a
like,
creep.
yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
tell.
Well, what if I?
What do you think is the heaviest thing you could pull with your penis?
No.
I don't.
Can you
I don't
pull
know.
a bike?
A fat girl.
I would imagine. Like how are we connecting it to me though? Is the big thing.
I don't know. I don't know
Are
how
you
this
just-
guy did it.
Because if you're tying like fishing line around it, I'm
Not
not
fishing line, but maybe some sort of cord from you to the
soft.
From you to the,
I need some sort of soft.
yeah,
cord.
like a cotton.
yeah, like
like yarn.
like they use to yarn, like
Yeah.
knitting and stuff or whatever.
No.
You don't think you could pull a bike?
No.
Oh, I think you could pull a bike.
You can pull a bike.
Let's get. We got a bike right out here. Let's give it a shot.
You
Yeah,
got
you
to
got a
tie the
yarn?
cord.
Yeah. I think I could definitely pull a bike.
No.
I'm not pulling a car.
It's too. I think it's way too sensitive in that area to
Oh,
pull
no.
That-
anything.
That's the big thing is how are you connecting it? You know what I mean?
and where?
Yeah, because I don't want to,
Snap.
pull anything. Yeah,
Pop it off like a daisy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be way tougher than you guys think.
I mean, if you had like a harness that went all the way around me and stuff, okay, maybe I don't want to pull anything.
Yeah, I don't want to pull
If
anything. I'm not looking to
need a
beat
bike,
the record.
if you need a bike moved, I can move a bike.
yeah, and like, are you walking backwards or are
I
you
would
walking
imagine.
What it
forward
looks like
with
in
it?
the picture.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got to walk backwards.
Backwards,
or are you doing elephant tail?
that's what I mean.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I think that puts too much pressure on it.
I think it'd be easier that way.
I'm with Galvin. I'd rather just move the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know. A Florida woman who thought an intruder was trying to break into her home while she had her baby inside went to investigate the ruckus on her lanai and found,
An alligator.
you better believe it,
Yep.
not just one, two alligators
Oh, humping.
out there fighting. She
Or
said
were they
fi-
mating?
Well, that's the thing. Is she said it looked like they were fighting over territory and stuff, but Florida's alligator mating season began in April. The reptiles are known for being more aggressive and territorial during the season, which runs through September. So, yeah, they could have been trying to mate, or it could have been like, hey, this is my spot.
Yeah,
I'm bringing
that's
my lady
true.
back to this lanai.
That's something we don't want to mess around with, but I've been seeing more and more of them since mating season started. They just come out. You're right. They're territorial. They like to just let everybody know they're there.
Yeah. Do you have a regular alligator that
Yes.
is here that you
Yes.
know you see and you're like, oh yeah, I know that one.
But this year he's got a friend.
And have you guys named the alligator?
I have not. I have not named the alligator.
I saw Jovan, who works in promotions at the station, who is also an alligator wrangler or whatever that's called.
Something I will never be called.
And I go, hey man, I go, how you doing? And he goes, good. And I go, getting any alligators lately? And he goes, yeah, got one yesterday, something this, that. And he goes, you should come out with me. And I go, never,
No,
never.
no, thank
That is
you.
never going to
Yeah.
happen. No, I have zero interest in taking alligators from one place to another. Alligators, I don't want them hurt. And they're there, and people build around, and then they come in the yards, and they're like, I don't know, I used to come over here, and now there's a house and stuff. But also, they're not like a raccoon where you're like, oh, raccoon, cute,
Right,
whatever.
right.
Your
You don't
alligator, you're like, all right, you stay over there.
They've been under the cars in my neighbor's house, so I'm always worried about my dog.
Yeah.
Because he would definitely,
Yeah.
that gator would
He's
chomp him right up.
bite-sized.
Oh yeah,
So we're always on the lookout when we walk outside to see if there's a gator.
and it makes so much sense. I remember the one guy who said it was under his car, and he was like, my tire rip
Yeah.
on because the tail, and you're like, what is going on? Oh, that's an alligator.
Yeah,
That's
The
an
neighbor
alligator.
had it. We looked over like, what is that? And there was a gator under the truck just chilling out, just hanging
That would
out.
scare the hell out
And
of me.
that's, 30 feet from my front door.
Yeah, that would scare that.
Yeah.
Imagine you go over there and you just hear it.
Well, at the time, my kids were running up and down the sidewalk playing, and that's how they saw it. It was like, there's a gator over there. Like, oh my gosh.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Trapper came and got it.
Carmen, we talk about this a lot. Where don't sleep on Dairy Queen
Yeah.
because they have great burgers. They have great. You say they're chicken
Chicken
tenders
strips.
with the sausage, whatever
Great. The pepper gravy.
pepper gravy. Yeah.
And the Texas toast. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Dairy Queen coming out with some new stuff. They're striking a nostalgic breakfast theme with a
Yep.
new breakfast collection. New Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's vanilla soft serve mixed with Choco Frosted donut pieces and sprinkles. That sounds fantastic.
Fat.
Oh, that sounds so good, doesn't it?
Sounds great.
I mean, yeah, fat, but
Yeah.
also good. There's a picture on Bone TV, and I sent you guys a picture. They also have new Fruity Pebbles Shake, which is vanilla soft serve blended with milk, Fruity Pebbles cereal, and then finished with a whipped topping.
Oh,
I saw an ad
The
for that.
Dip
Yeah?
looks
Yeah.
the best.
And then they also have the new Cinnamon Toast Crunch dipped cone.
Yeah.
A cake cone filled with vanilla soft serve dipped in cinnamon cereal flavored cone coating with crunchy cereal bits and sprinkled with Cinnadust.
Yeah. I want to try
I'll
that.
pull that with my penis.
Wait.
Those all sound good. Sound delicious. Today is Happy World Donkey Day.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Hey, donkey.
Oh, jackass.
Are those the same?
Or is that a burro?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is
that
it
different?
jackass?
A donkey, right?
Is a donkey and jackass same thing?
Who we asking? Jeeves?
I'm asking Google. Yes, jackass is a specific term for a male donkey.
Oh.
Oh.
Jack refers to the male, while ass is the proper name for the animal species, making it jackass.
There you go.
All right. Happy ass day.
What's a mule?
A mule?
Yeah.
That's part horse, part donkey.
Yes. Very good, Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The fattest, smartest show on the radio.
Fun fact.
What is a female donkey called? If it's jackass,
Jill ass.
Mare ass.
Mare ass?
no,
Fat ass.
no. Jenny.
Oh.
I'm gonna start calling my wife Jenny.
Jenny ass or just
Wait.
Jenny?
Jenny ass. Well, it says jackass Jack. Jeanette. It's called a Jeanette, a female donkey. So Jeanette, Jenny, Jeanette.
Jackass and Jeanette ass.
What's a burro?
Joe.
What?
Joe Burrow.
No.
A burro is a mixture of a donkey and a mule.
No.
No.
A burro is Spanish term for donkey, often used to describe small or wild donkey in the U.S. and then a mule is an offspring of a donkey and a female horse. So it's a male donkey and a female horse makes the mule.
Danielle owns donkeys.
She does
have donkeys. Yeah.
She's got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, she has 3 because she had 2, and then she got a younger one and mixed it in with it and stuff. They over at the Humane Society, they had 2 donkeys there for a little while, and I was like, "That's so cool."
I don't
The
know.
They'll just take whatever.
responsibility of owning those animals, though. I mean, your whole life changes when you own those animals.
Yeah, they have like a farm.
All
Yeah,
I
they-
have to have is somebody throw 3 heads of lettuce into the pen every day. It doesn't even have to be me. It could be my neighbors. It could be anybody. It's all I have to worry about. If I had to go out and feed donkeys every day,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Right, but that's also your level of how much you want to do and stuff.
Right.
And everything. A tortoise is a good pet for you because they're pretty self-contained, and
Right.
like you said, you're just throwing the stuff out there. But they have rabbits, they have
Yeah.
donkeys, they have dogs. they
Her
have-
husband's like a real man, though. Like he builds barns.
Just the cost
and,
of that, of having to feed those things.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
That's got to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it would be nice to visit. I don't want
A donkey farm.
a donkey farm. I wish I had some sort of animal for Ralphie to have a little bit of entertainment back there because he seems real bored.
What is a good tortoise friend?
I don't know. The dogs go in there every once in a while, and they like sniff each other and stare, but they just look at each other and they don't play around. I threw a ball in there because they.
But
I
you know
read that
how
they
like
to
a
push the
lot of
ball.
times if you have horses, they'll put a goat back there.
Yeah.
And the goat or a cat. Cats and horses get together.
Yeah, I
or
don't
whatever.
know what a good tortoise friend would be. It's definitely not another tortoise.
Internet says they do not experience loneliness, do not require companionship.
Yeah,
They're solitary creatures, and they definitely should live alone. Keeping them together often leads to bullying, intense stress, severe injuries, or even death from fighting, particularly among males.
and that was the thing that the guy that gave it to me said. I just asked that you don't put him in with anybody else because that's where he has problems.
Yeah, they're highly territorial.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of territory.
Yeah, they don't experience. How do they know they don't experience loneliness?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
How do they determine that?
But I assume, well, what they did probably was they
Put it in
Have-
with other ones.
they put it in with other ones, and they probably always fought.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And the only time they got along was when they were mating.
and my tortoise likes to mate. It likes to bang things.
Does it make the weird noise?
It does.
I
Yeah, that's exactly what-
watch turtle banging videos.
You sound like Bert when he got the wind knocked out of him.
I remember we were kids when I was going to Busch Gardens, and the tortoises would always be banging.
Oh,
And
really?
That was always hilarious.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen my tortoise bang was the flower pot that used to be out there. So
Yeah.
one day I just heard it just molesting the flower pot. And it sounded like what, Carmen? Hot. Hot. Very hot.
What if Chad later says, "Hey, do the tortoise thing"?
Yeah.
I already do.
What?
She already does the whatever face with the cross-eyed. And,
Yeah. And then she makes Chad pull a bike with his penis.
Yeah.
No.
You think we believe you've just been watching tortoise videos? We know what's really
We know
going
what's
on.
going on.
You don't just randomly do that
Yeah.
noise. You've been practicing
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh, I watch videos. Yeah, sure you do.
We know what's going on.
Hey, you're welcome.
48-year-old Jamie Presley, from My Name's Earl
I
and all
do.
that stuff,
Yeah.
has joined OnlyFans. She says it allows her to, quote, create what I want, how I want, and share it directly with the people who've supported me for years. Yeah. Are you getting naked?
That's the whole thing. And
A lot of people do not get naked on
Boo.
OnlyFans. Yeah, I know, but it's just because there's like,
is
I
Stacey Dash getting naked?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
she looks good. And she's somebody I'd take a look at. I'm not paying to see Jamie Presley naked. Little
But
skinny white girl.
someone out there will.
Oh,
Little
plenty
skinny
of people.
50-year-old white girl. I believe it's just a beginning curiosity, and then once you get a glimpse of it, you're like, I'm not paying for this.
Does Stacey Dash get naked on OnlyFans? It doesn't say. Stacey Dash started OnlyFans, but no one is watching. so probably no, right?
I only see her pictures on Twitter.
The stuff on Reddit is just her in like costumes and lingerie and stuff.
Yeah, I
like,
think
who's
that's the
paying
same
for
with
that?
that's the same with what's her name from Sopranos. Like she's not.
She did a little though.
She's showing like through stuff, whatever
Yeah.
maybe, but
Bad Baby doesn't get naked, and she makes millions
But
of
she
dollars.
did, didn't she?
No,
Never?
She does like thongs and stuff like that, but they're all like bikini.
And
She
I
never
think-
did
but-
topless
no,
stuff?
I
No.
think she like covers up, like she holds them and
Yeah.
but doesn't really
Smart.
show
She's like a
them.
tease.
Smart. Tease it out.
Yeah.
It's so funny. what was it? Something, and I brought up Bad Baby, and I said that's so funny that she was just a bad kid.
Yeah.
Like she was a bad kid that they brought on Dr. Phil. She'd catch me outside, all that stuff, blew up, was making money, just rapping and doing stuff in her social media. Then she goes, when I turn 18, I'm going on OnlyFans, and made like $53 million.
But the thing is, I don't even think OnlyFans was around for the first couple of years that she was popular.
No,
Remember,
No.
she was rapping.
But she also wasn't 18.
Yeah, she was only like 15, 16. And then OnlyFans, when she turned 18, OnlyFans was around.
Right.
And already going.
A bunch of creeps were like waiting to just jump on it the
They had
minute
like a
she turned 18.
countdown.
But I said to my wife, I go, do you know she was going to be on our show? And do you know what stopped her? An open letter from Galvin. I did an open letter to her, and they were like, yeah, we're not coming on the show.
Jamie Priestley, she's doing this because Shannon Elizabeth did it. Because
Yeah.
I've seen them both at Comic-Con. That's what they do now. They do
they're hurting.
Comic-Cons.
They're hurting for cash. But also, did you see Brittany Ferland, Tommy Lee's wife? She had to release her financial statements for some court dealing that they're in, and she's making $40,000 a month doing whatever she's doing, taking pictures. That's a pretty good salary for taking a couple of pictures. Brittany Ferland.
She's Tommy Lee's wife.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, granted, that's definitely helping, but she's pretty sexy. And
the couple times I've seen Jamie Presley in person, she just looks old.
I mean, she's pretty and all that, but I mean, she's a run of the mill.
Right.
She's an average blonde girl.
The problem is they'll they sit in these tables signing autographs, and they'll have the pictures behind them of when they were
hot.
like 22 years old, super hot and famous, and now they're sitting there 50 signing autographs for $30.
She's old Southern Margot Robbie.
And Margot Robbie looks pretty good too, but I don't know that I want to pay to see her naked.
Yeah, I think you're more in the line of somebody that you run into around town.
Yeah, I shouldn't see naked.
Yeah.
That's who I want to see naked.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
But they say that Jamie Presley net worth approximately $2 million to $7 million.
Yes, that's nothing.
She saw that Shannon Elizabeth made $1 million in like a weekend, and she's like, I gotta get on
did
this.
she really?
I think so. Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not mad at people making that money doing that.
They're both from like they were popular at the same time.
And again, if they're not getting naked, if they're just doing like
Even if they are
lingerie,
getting naked, I don't mind it. I'm thinking who really wants to see that badly?
There's definitely people that do.
The same people that are paying to $100 to get a picture with her at Comic-Con.
The same people that are going to see Guns N' Roses with Mickey Mouse singing.
Yeah, Shannon Elizabeth made $1 million her first week on OnlyFans.
yeah, and she said she's gonna buy a house.
$1
That's
million
her first
bucks
purchase
in a week. That's probably the biggest payday she's gotten in years.
Is she
Ever.
Is she still married to that gross guy?
I don't think so. I think they got divorced.
That always annoyed me. That guy, because that guy acted like he deserved her, and it was like, caveman, you got lucky. Just admit that you got.
I wish my wife would do a month of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
I don't know. I got friends whose wives do OnlyFans, and all they do is make videos in their kitchen.
Girl that we know that does OnlyFans just bought a house the other day, and I was like, that's great.
If you're Shannon Elizabeth, you've already been naked on film, topless.
Yeah.
So
Right.
literally, it's easy money. You didn't have to go anywhere, do anything. You posted a bunch of pictures you probably already had, and
and
$1 million
now
bucks.
and again, now that she's in her 50s, she had fame, she lost fame, so now she probably understands how to handle the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she could possibly retire off of this, and then all the residuals that she gets from
Good. More power to her.
before that,
Yeah.
she's making what, $20,000 a weekend or something? Maybe, I mean, not even that. What's a Comic-Con pay?
Comic-Con, probably not that much money
Yeah.
for her.
$10,000 for the weekend.
The new season of Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney is trying to be on OnlyFans and become an influencer and do all that type of stuff. That's pretty good.
Correction, she made $1.2 million in the first week.
Well, hey, look, if the market's there, go get it.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
I'm not mad at her.
There is a drag performer named Mia Starr. She says that being a backup dancer for Jennifer Lopez was the worst experience. She said during the second day of rehearsal, J-Lo had them take their shirt off in front of everyone and then lectured them about self-care and going to the gym.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, if you're in the shape that J-Lo's in,
You're 60 and you're able to tell people whether or not they look flabby.
Also, you're a drag performer, so that means you're a guy? You're upset you have to take your shirt off?
Also,
Is it a fat guy? I don't even know what Mia Starr is.
But also, J-Lo, the rumors and the stories of
Oh,
her,
yeah,
she just
so
seems
many.
like an awful person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's so
Awful, or she demands perfection.
Awful. Like she doesn't tip when she goes out to restaurants. That's like a known fact.
I'm hearing more and more stories, horror stories like that.
But also the fact that she's been married and divorced like five different times.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't get along with people very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Affleck went back like 3 times,
I mean,
but she's
But also
Jenny from
left.
the blog video.
yeah.
But also left. You know what I mean? You
that's
can
the
only
thing.
handle it for so long.
She's so hot, you're willing to deal with it,
Right.
and then you get in there like, oh,
And then you're like, I can't deal with it.
and then you have that picture
Yeah,
in
and then
front
you
of
go-
your door where you're smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And,
but then you're away from her and you go, oh my god, she's so hot, I gotta go back.
you forget the bad stuff.
I think the other one is worse. The other one that he was married to.
Jennifer Garner.
That to me is where he's smoking the cigarette.
No,
Get away
remember
from that bitch.
Kevin Smith is the one who said like she adored him. She
Yeah.
like put him on a pedestal like her because I know you think she's like how she is in Juno.
Yeah.
And he said that is not at all her personality. And she like loved him to death, but could not deal with his drinking.
I like to think of Jennifer Gardner more from Catch Me If You Can.
Oh yeah, I forgot
yeah,
about
she's
that.
good in that.
She's hot in there.
I don't know. I Ben just seems likable. I
Oh,
don't want to
yeah.
blame him.
Yeah.
You don't want to, but I mean
Also, I can't picture him drunk. You know?
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
and he's,
Boston drunk.
he might not be and that's
You
the
think
thing.
you're better than me? You know.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
He's probably not a great drunk.
His kids are with Jennifer Garner, right?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think their kid is trans.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty
How's
sure.
everybody getting trans kids?
Yeah. Ben Affleck, when him and Matt Damon promoted that last movie they had on Netflix, which the movie was okay, but they were on with Rogan. Ben Affleck came across as very intelligent. You're like, well, all right.
Yeah, what did
A
he
lot
speak?
smarter.
He speaks Chinese or something like that.
Oh, does he? I don't
He
know.
speaks another language. I
don't know
can't
about
remember.
that.
Or maybe it's just Spanish.
Yeah, but just the way he was talking, you're like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
Not that I ever thought he was dumb, but I didn't think he was like
Out of the
intelligent.
two of them,
Yeah,
he looks like he'd be the dumb one.
right.
Because
Plus,
he's Chucky from Goodwill Hunting.
yeah, and Matt Damon solved all those problems on the blackboards. No,
Real.
that's not real.
No.
In sports tonight, you have the NBA. You have the Knicks taking on the 76ers. The Knicks lead that series 2-0. Then you have the Spurs and the Timberwolves, where that is split 1-1. Over in hockey, you have the Canadiens taking on the Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres lead that series 1-0. And then you have the Golden Knights versus the Anaheim Ducks. That series is tied at 1-1.
All those guys who predicted the Lightning to win, there were a lot of them.
There were a lot of
Yeah.
them. There are a lot of them. I think Avalanche are definitely one of the top contenders.
So Montreal's been getting their ass kicked
Sabres look good.
now, I guess.
Sabres look good.
Yeah.
Vegas Golden Knights. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you know, it's always
Still early.
prediction, and then oh, I was completely wrong. I
Yeah.
don't understand how people aren't held accountable like the sports guys that are like, I guarantee this, and
Oh.
then never happens.
The best is Mel Kiper when they go through all of his old draft picks and they
Yeah.
talk about guys that are just horrible pick and not going to pan out. And it's
You're
like,
telling me Peyton Manning is
Yeah.
going to be good in the NFL?
it's like Josh Allen has got no chance and is going to get out of here.
Yeah. It's
None of those
crazy.
guys know nothing.
No, but they keep putting him up there. Even though
Yeah.
the takes are like these horrible takes that come back.
If you say it loud enough and you bang your chest, then
Yeah.
people believe you. I
That
guess.
really is the thing. If you speak with confidence, people think you're intelligent.
Yeah.
Even if you have no idea what you're talking about, but you speak with confidence, like you know what you're saying, people are like, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I hear that guy's really smart. No, he's not. He says the dumbest things, but he just says it like he believes it's true.
Derek Brooks, undersized, going to struggle in the league.
Is that what he said?
Stuff like that. It's like,
Well, that's waiting to see with this Bane guy. Oh, short arms,
Yeah.
short arms. Meanwhile, he's gonna if he does set
Yeah.
records and stuff, they'll be like, no, I had a feeling. I had a feeling he was gonna be good.
See him show up in a SAP jersey?
I did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I thought he had it backwards though for a second because
well, he had
that's
a
did.
name in the front.
yeah. But I guess that's how it's made. I don't know.
All the other late night hosts will join Stephen Colbert for Monday night's episode, and then David Letterman will be Stephen's guest on Thursday.
Oh.
The final Late Show airs on Thursday, the 21st.
Letterman's just going to eviscerate everybody.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
there.
Yeah, he's already been in the media saying
Yeah.
a ton of stuff.
Well, he's
Yeah.
had that Netflix special going on right now in L.A.
Oh,
He-
the
that-
Netflix is a joke
Yeah,
thing.
he's
Yeah.
there, so he's been in the spotlight for the last couple of days.
Dude, Netflix must love Bert. They put him in all these different things. I mean, obviously he's got his stand-up special and he's got his show on there and stuff. But I just saw he's out at the big golf tournament. Him and David Spade and Santino and all those guys. And I mean, he's doing just Netflix alone. The events that he gets to do is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
When they had Netflix Major League Baseball, they're like, let's get Bert out there.
Yeah.
Bert, he must get a ton of views because Netflix, they know their analytics down to a science. They know what age people watch. They know everything.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're just kind of guessing. They know what's popular and what gets views.
You know what's so funny is
I wish Ralphie was here to see Bert's success. Stupid shirt off. Can't put your shirt on, Bert.
He must have a blast going and doing all that stuff. But at some point, you have to think that he goes, it's too much. I can't do I can't do Coachella and the NBA playoffs and the golf thing. You know what I mean? I can't do.
But he never seems to run out of energy.
It does, yeah.
Plus, you're making.
Because he doesn't need money.
No, he's doing great.
But you're still making so much money right now, and you got to think this not going to. Eventually, this is going to slow down. You know what I mean? It's the prime.
Yeah, but
Bert's in his prime right now.
I don't think that Bert is hoarding money now for the future. I think he is just he's doing every possible thing he can do.
It's got to be tough when someone says we'll give you X amount of dollars, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't turn that down.
Let me talk about this for a second, real quick. We are going to be giving away a cruise for 2 on Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded at Sea. That cruise comes up in November, and we have a cruise for 2 that we're going to be giving away in one of the most unconventional ways we've ever done anything. It is in line with Bert. It is something you'd expect from Bert. It is a contest that is open to men and women and will involve you being shirtless in public. That's all I can say for right now. We should have the details next week.
Don't have Maya Starr there. She doesn't want to take her shirt off.
Well, that's all right. If you really want to go on this cruise, you'll figure out a way to take your shirt off, and we'll give you all those details next week.
Speaking of Netflix, do you realize, I don't know whether you even realized, we had talked about it that it's coming up, but on Sunday, on Mother's Day, is the roast of Kevin Hart, hosted by Shane Gillis.
I didn't know what date that was.
You don't think it's going to be good?
I don't like Kevin Hart. I don't find him funny anymore. He was the worst part of the Tom Brady roast.
I concur, but I think with Shane Gillis hosting and the people that are going to be on there, they haven't really said a lot of the different names, whatever. But I think it'll be funny. He's not going to be
Kevin's so short. Because it's short jokes and I don't know.
Or is this the downfall of Shane Gillis?
No.
Only because you get to that point where they overuse you or they don't use you in the right format, and then it's just kind of.
No, I think Shane chooses.
I think he's great.
Yeah, because he did the ESPYs, and now he's doing the the ESPYs were a while back, and now he's doing this, and it's not like he's overexposed. He's a stand-up, and he's got Tires, which is great too.
Tires season 3 comes out in August.
Yeah. I just don't like Kevin Hart. I don't find
it's funny because he was so funny when he first came out. He was great, and then it was just too much of the same thing where you're like, all right, I get it.
Every movie he's the same character.
Yeah.
And when he's not acting like the Tom Brady roast, I thought he was the worst part of that.
Yeah, but I think when he's going to be the one getting all the it's not going to be a lot of him, and it's going to be Big J. It's going to be all
Do you
these
think
guys
they'll have some short jokes?
I think they'll have some short jokes.
But also, are you a hack? Are you going on there and you're just going to do short jokes? Then I get it if you do a clever one, but if you're just doing short jokes, beat it. Nobody wants to.
Do we know who the dais is besides Shane?
No, that's
I was talking to Bobby, who was talking to Big J, who said that Letterman was there and all those, and Eddie Murphy was there, all for the roast of this guy.
Okay.
So I don't know if Letterman's going to actually do anything, or if he's just going to be on the dais, or if
they'll have huge names.
Yeah. But Eddie
live
Murphy
too.
Supposedly. Oh, it's live.
It's airing live. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 p.m. live
Sunday.
on Sunday.
All right. I'll be here for that.
Yeah. And then don't forget also coming up next Saturday, or not this, next Saturday on May 16th is the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight.
That'll be cool.
Netflix
Maybe we'll do that
as well.
here.
Yeah?
Maybe we'll watch it here.
All right.
All right.
Tuxedos, or what are we wearing?
Just night shoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get my night shoes. Yeah, that's happening. Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, Saturday, May 16th. That's on Netflix. Main card begins at 9 p.m. I think the prelims start at 6 p.m.
We're going to need some some Galvin Gamble's tips when
Let's
it
get it.
gets
Let's
closer.
get it. Yeah, I gotta tell you, that is a toss-up, man. Because it's neither fighter has fought for so long. You're like, I don't know. I mean, I have some ideas and
What
stuff.
do you
but
think? Because my gut tells me Ronda Rousey's just going to destroy her.
I think if Ronda Rousey's smart and Ronda Rousey goes back to what she's great at, which is judo, and she's grappling and stuff, and gets her in an armbar or whatever, doesn't try and stand up with her.
Right.
I think that's her best move.
Do you think Carano's got any more left in that tank?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's taking this very serious.
Oh, I think she's
and
taking it
she's
serious.
training and doing all this stuff. But it's also, like I said, I mean, both of them have been out of the game for a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm not expecting fireworks,
Right.
but you never know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very underwhelming.
Yeah.
You got two old women that are fighting that haven't fought in over a decade.
You got Mike Perry and Nate Diaz, which I think is going to be.
Also,
Don't bring
two
the
old
sports chicks into this.
two old guys. that
Right.
have- yeah, with these fighters, when they don't fight for a long time, it's just very underwhelming.
You got Francis Ngannou, who has fought recently.
Yeah, he's fought.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting a former UFC guy.
Another big guy?
I forget his name. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a heavyweight. So we'll see. I mean, we'll watch it, and whether they're going to be great fights or not, I don't know. This Saturday is UFC where Chimaev is taking on Strickland.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. By the way, did you see the weigh-in and the press thing, whatever?
No.
He wound up kicking Strickland
Oh,
because they
really?
were mouthing off to each other. Yeah, because they're both very outspoken. And, he's very religious and all that stuff. And Strickland running his mouth and stuff. And they kind of went at each other. And then he knew that he wouldn't be able to get to him. So he kicked him. Yeah. It'll be a good fight for sure. Let's see. So the Kevin Hart thing, blah, blah, blah. With her daytime talk show ending, Kelly Clarkson already has plans.
OnlyFans.
Nope. She's returning to The Voice. She'll be on The Voice for season 30.
That's where she belongs.
Yeah.
Not that she evidently the people like seeing her on the talk show, but I mean, I like to see her on those singing shows. This is what she does.
The Voice always loses my attention once they get past the round with the chairs turning around.
Right, because now they're just people who are good singers singing.
Yeah, like I've watched multiple. I love the chair turns. I love that they pick the players. After that, the show really just falls off.
It's funny to me because all the singers are good.
Right, that's the thing. You watch two great singers and you're like, maybe one hiccuped a little over the other one, and you're like, that's it? That's what we're getting rid of this kid for?
I love when they hit the button all at the same time.
Yeah,
it's like really good.
fine.
I love that shit.
And then they can block.
Yeah.
They can block the different stuff. And I like whenever the singer goes up there and they sing and I go, oh, all four, here we go. And none of them turn. And I go, oh, what do I know? I don't know anything. I
Yeah,
guess.
but once they get past that round, I've never finished a season or cared what happens next.
No, and you never know who any of the winners are.
No.
None of them ever become superstars.
Because then they do sing-offs at the same time or something. It's I don't know, it's weird.
I would not go to any place that they were like from season 7 of The Voice.
Right.
So,
That's the thing, though, yeah. This is some sad news. Dave Coulier from Full House, he's lost about 45 pounds
Ooh.
because he can't eat solid foods. He hasn't eaten solid foods in months, it says, due to his cancer treatment.
How horrible is that?
Yeah, that's rough.
What a horrible existence to not be able to eat solid foods and still have to survive and know that your best bet is a couple more years.
And your job is being funny.
Right. And you got to
So
be in
you-
a good mood the whole time.
Yeah, can you even do your job at all because you're suffering through all this stuff? I don't know whether he's doing anything, probably not while he's
The idea of having that cancer or anything that is going to kill you must make it impossible to get up and put your shoes on every day.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Like that, like if you can get up and you can put your shoes on and go do a little bit of what you normally do, you're probably so much better than I think that I'd ever be.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, because the second you stop doing things like that,
yeah.
the
Right.
faster it goes.
But that would be me. I'm just telling you right now, that'd be
Yeah.
me. I get right
Depressed.
give up mentality.
But then you have the thought of I have to do this because I have to live
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
bit.
Plus, you're going
is
on, I'm
what-
going to beat this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
but you
You
also
gotta stay
get in
positive.
that woe is me.
But he's already
feeling.
beat cancer one time.
Yeah.
Like, this is his second, I'm pretty sure, his second battle with it.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I think you just have to stay positive, You can't just give up.
Gross, big, dumb, wet eyes Mark Hamill has apologized for sharing an image of President Trump dead in a grave.
Oh my! I thought. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Mark Hamill.
He's nuts.
Come on, guy. What are you doing?
I forgot. I didn't know what side he was on.
Yeah. You said your son is over. Rolling Loud is over in Orlando.
Yes, Orlando, Daytona. I don't know, somewhere over there. No,
Well,
Rockville's in Daytona.
Rockville's Daytona. Rolling Loud Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
Do you know if Kodak Black was going to be there?
I do not know.
Because Kodak Black was just arrested in Florida for alleged drug trafficking. The 28-year-old.
Hope he was not with my son.
Well, the 28-year-old rapper was taken into custody on Wednesday and booked into the Orange County Corrections Department for trafficking MDMA.
Oh boy!
So I wonder if he was over there for Rolling Loud.
I would imagine so,
and
or at least going to party over there.
Yeah,
you know,
and then got busted with a bunch of MDMA.
That must have been a fun time.
Busted. And then did you see Brendan Fraser? They're doing a new Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser.
No, I did not. I didn't see any of the Mummy movies.
None of them?
None of them.
Oh man,
they good?
The first couple are good.
Yeah,
they're fun. He's fun. He's funny. They're good.
He says that he's doing his best to get in shape for the new Mummy movie.
Yeah, I mean
he's fat.
He is kind of chunky.
He's not that bad. He was in that whale movie. He was pretty big, but then he kind of got down by the time the Academy Awards came around.
But in the Mummy, he's like action star.
But in the whale movie, I think that was added on. But he is fat. But then I think they added on for whale movie, whatever. Right. So that wasn't real. But I've seen him recently. I mean, he's not like, oh my God, look at him. But he's definitely not
a. He's probably 55 years old.
But he's also not a action star in the shape of an action star.
Yeah, the Mummy movies are very like along the lines of like Indiana Jones,
right
type stuff.
Well, Indiana Jones still doing it.
Yeah,
if he's like, they have to go into a cave, and he's like, I can't. I can't.
I can't have to move that rock a little more.
Yeah, those are good movies. I'd check them out.
Yeah, I can't believe I never saw it.
Yeah, me either.
No.
They were talking with Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld, I guess they brought up Friends, because they always talk about Friends, because Friends was a big show on NBC as well and stuff. Jerry Seinfeld said, Friends is just Seinfeld with better looking people.
Way better storylines.
No way, you're crazy.
How dare you? Listen, I love
crazy.
Friends, but Seinfeld was great. Seinfeld goes down as one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. Friends is
For
up
old
there.
Men.
What? Friends was on at the same time.
Right. And guess what? More people still watch Friends than watch Seinfeld.
No.
Where are you getting your stats?
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
All right.
Oh.
I would take that. I would challenge that.
Who has more viewers currently? Let's see. Carmen's guaranteed.
We trust that this is going to be right.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Carmen.
Okay.
What do you have?
It says during their shared run on NBC, Seinfeld.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh.
You're not.
Seinfeld was consistently the higher ranked show.
Again, not what we're talking about.
What about syndication?
Carmen, Friends has more viewers currently and boasts a much higher, more consistent global popularity in streaming era compared to Seinfeld.
Wow.
Thank you.
While Seinfeld was more popular and watched during its original run in the 90s, Friends has maintained stronger lasting power in the years since, becoming one of the most streamed shows in the world.
Oh, wow.
Told you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say that properly. In the world. In the world.
So she's right, just old people.
And again, because I'll watch Seinfeld, I'll put it on, but it does connect more with an older audience. Where Friends, I can't remember.
The show's aged well. Better?
I was babysitting somebody, and the kid was rewatching Friends with their mom, and they loved it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it connects to a broader audience.
Maybe Seinfeld just doesn't hold up.
It holds up. It's just.
Well, if you watched it originally.
To the older audience.
Like if you jump in now, it might not hold up.
I feel like
to Friends.
Carmen is dancing around just yelling Jew. I feel like that's what you're.
All I keep saying is that you guys are old.
Yeah. Weird.
Listen, you're no spring chicken over there, so let's calm it down.
I'm younger than you.
Okay.
Always will be.
Oh. Always, you say.
Yes, always.
I can watch more episodes in Seinfeld than you can.
Ooh,
I
I
like
can watch
that.
more episodes of Friends than you can.
Finally, in news, someone asked people on Reddit, what is something you do when you're completely alone that you would never admit to anyone in real life?
Oh, jeez.
So when you're alone, are there any weird things you're doing? I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I pick my nose a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not like, oh, good, nobody's around. Let me pick it. I just find myself picking my nose a lot, and not so much digging as much as I am just doing the peripheral.
Where do you go with it? You get a little flick in the room?
I don't
or-
really pull anything out of it. I'm just kind of doing this.
I mean, you got to pull stuff out of there.
I pull a lot of hair out,
Yeah.
and I will flick that.
Just give it a flick,
Yeah.
I think this is kind of I talk to myself,
Yeah,
but I
you do?
but I also interview myself.
Like what?
Yes.
We're here live with Tampa Bay's #1 beauty, Carmen.
No,
I'm
just
an
like
influencer.
no, not like that. Like one day, Chad, he goes to college and then eventually NFL, and he's a coach, and they like come to us to make a story about it.
Oh, you have thought this out a lot.
And it's like, so, how did you get started? And, what were the first years like? And, well, it was just Chad and I had to make the food.
You've done the interviews already?
Oh, yeah.
You think your story is so much better than everybody else's.
No, not at all. I just like to be prepared. So when people talk to me, I have it like worked out.
Oh, that's so funny.
But she'll go, I've never really thought about that before. I
Yeah.
guess. And then just
That's-
how come I can't say that word?
What's the word?
Sequilically. No.
Soliloquy.
No.
Soliloquy. Yeah, there
Oh,
you
it's
go.
a hard
Jesus.
word to say.
Yeah, I don't know why I picked that
I'll
one.
just leave that one out.
Story.
Carmen, you interview yourself.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Because I think it's better than talking to myself. Because if I talk to myself, I feel crazy. But if I interview myself, it's like someone else is there.
So what do
Which
you
makes it
do?
even more crazy.
Ask
I
yourself
know.
questions?
Yeah.
So what was it like in the early stages of Chamberlain High School?
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll even like pretend like I'm you, Mike, and like you're interviewing me.
Oh, now this is getting hot. Keep going. Now listen.
Hey, how was it when you got the
Let me smell you.
What did you do yesterday? I'm like, yesterday I cleaned my house and da-da-da.
She thinks so highly of you.
Carmen, the talking to yourself crazy thing, I've told this story before, but I think it's so funny, is there was a lady that worked as our receptionist at the radio station I used to work for, and she would talk to herself all the time, and she sounded like Marge Simpson's sister, and so she'd be like, oh, okay, the stapler's over there. Oh, I'll put this here. And you'd walk by and you'd be like, what? Are you talking to me? And she'd be like, oh, no. And then she'd be talking to stuff. And so one time I walk past her and I go into the studio and I shut the door and I go, she is so crazy talking to herself all the time. I go, absolutely. And then I look around, nobody's in the studio. Just me talking to myself.
Yeah.
So that is one of the ones they say on here. They ask people on Reddit, what's something you do when you're completely alone that you'd never met to anyone in real life? This person says, I would hold full-blown debates with myself.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I do
sometimes,
that.
Yeah, I've done
sometimes
that.
even lose the argument and then get annoyed at my own logic.
Carmen, when you talk to yourself or when you interview yourself, are you doing it out loud
No.
in your head?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
see, I've done more of that. Not interview myself, but I will
Think
talk
about,
to myself
yeah.
more in my head.
yeah. And a lot of the times it'll be like about a topic or something that I know we're going to talk about.
I do that too.
So you practice.
Because
Yeah.
it's just practicing to make sure I can get my point across.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Across.
Because I don't want to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like I want to
practice.
make sure that I have like my thought fully thought out.
But you don't say it out loud.
No, unless sometimes I need to
Okay.
to like across. So I don't do something like that.
Right.
Soliloquy.
But like Chad, he'll catch me doing it because I'll do like hand motions.
Are you
like,
serious?
and he'll be
Hand
like,
motions.
He'll be like, how's the conversation going over there? And I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Carmen's doing her own show by herself.
Carmen, I feel like you're the type of person that when you're watching, like if you're watching Friends, do you mouth the words?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, my
that drives me
God.
crazy.
But
when
I don't
people
do it out loud. You
No,
know what
I
mean?
know, but even if I see you, if you like, you're watching the thing and you're like moving
Yeah.
your mouth, oh, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
This one says, I have a full concert in the shower with choreography and everything. I'm not just singing, I'm performing.
Okay.
100%.
With choreography?
Oh,
Really?
I'm grabbing the microphone. I'm pointing to people. I'm doing like movements, whatever. Oh yeah, I do.
I don't do it in the shower, but I do it for my dogs
Yeah.
because I make
Yeah.
up songs for my dogs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one, of course, and listen, if you don't do this, you're not normal, I think. I have full-on conversations with my dog. He answers me back, and I made a cute puppy voice that I have him
Yep.
talking in.
100%
Yes.
all the
Yeah.
time, every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Never once.
Oh, I will, because my dog will do something, and I'll go, oh, is that good? Did you do a good job? Is that your favorite toy? And then I'll go, oh, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
I have not created a personality for my animals.
Oh, I do.
No.
Yes.
The minute I walk in the door, it's the first thing I do.
Can I tell you how fantastic Gypsy is? My dog. She is the best in the world at getting shower. I bring her in the shower. I go, all right, time to get a shower. She walks in, she sits down, and does not move until I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that unbelievable? Like
That's
Ghost will fight you and try and get out of the bath and do all that type of stuff. Gypsy goes in and goes, all right, and just hangs out there, and then she'll go to like shake her head, and I go, whoa, wait, and then she won't shake her head and stuff and get done. She's totally fine.
That's
I'll
great.
sing to the dogs all the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, all the time. Like here, when it's time to go outside, I'm like, let's go potty, ladies. Let's go potty in the backyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I give
All
them
the time.
I give them a little potty song too.
Yeah.
yeah. I talk to every dog I see because whenever I go in there, I go, hey guys, what's going on? What do you got planned for today? You know, and just talk to them.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Thank you. Good talk.
All right. Let's see some of the other stuff they say. This one says I do a primal scream when no one's around.
You do? No, I don't do that.
No.
I don't do that. I can I tell you the weirdest thing that I think that I do that I'm not really. It's weird to say, but I think I pray, which is weird because I'm not very religious. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly who I'm praying to.
Are you praying for bad things to happen?
No, I'm not praying for anything. I'm more like almost like taking inventory.
But again, if you're not like praying to like a certain God, I would say you're more like manifesting or meditating.
Yeah, that's I guess what it would be because I am not really sure who I'm talking to, but I'm more just grateful for everything. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, so that would be meditation,
Self-affirmations.
Yeah, I think Carmen's right. Like prayer by definition is to a higher power.
Yeah, but I'm
it could
definitely grateful to a higher power. I'm saying, hey,
you just don't know
thank you.
who.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't know who it is.
That's more
I
agnostic.
agree.
Yeah.
And then the final one, they were asking people what they do alone that they wouldn't tell people. Walk around with no pants on.
All the time.
Yeah.
all the
Joe's
time.
just letting it flow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I
can't
like
do that
walking
either.
around naked.
There's
I
too
don't.
many-
I don't like plan for it. I don't go, oh, nobody's home, get naked, whatever. But if I'm doing something and I'm naked, or like if I'm going to get in the shower and I need to go to the fridge, I'm not putting shorts on to do that. But
Yeah, I always, for one, because I have teenage kids, I don't do
That's
that.
the thing. I
I
can't
think if
walk
something
around.
happens, then my kids have to come find me. Like,
Uh,
you know, then you're
what was Dad
Yeah,
doing?
I don't want to be the guy that's out, the dude that got arrested last week. He was out in his towel.
You are naked in the kitchen and the lights out, and you're like, oh, let me change the light bulb, and then you die, and you're just laying on the kitchen table naked, and they're like, what was he doing while we weren't here?
That is my biggest fear. So I'm not taking those chances.
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, I can't walk around the house naked.
No.
You never know who's going to be here.
When I
There's
lived
kids
alone,
here.
I would, but
It's hard
even
to
that-
do with kids around. For sure.
And if you have security cameras, you're like, are the people at the security place watching me?
Right.
You know?
You know they are.
Who knows?
Yeah, any of those alarm companies are like, we can see you, but we're not doing it. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We
the
can hear
first thing
you.
I would be doing if I was working at the alarm company.
they see everything.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, let me grab a couple of these phone calls. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. Michael, take your wife to the Hard Rock Casino. Let her get a massage while you go and gamble.
That's actually a really good idea. It'll probably cost me about $2,500, but it's probably a really good idea.
Unless you win.
Yeah. All right, thank you for the suggestion. I don't know. I got to come up with something rather quick too.
I'm telling you, spa day at home.
Yeah, but Carmen,
And then you take the kids out.
but I have to figure out where to get that
Oh my
spa
God.
person.
He
I
can't
know
figure it out, Carmen.
No, but
I-
I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I necessarily want just a person with an advertisement.
By the
you know
way,
what I mean?
again, he's waiting for someone to bring it to him.
Yeah.
Someone
No.
to. Yeah, but that's what you do. You go,
no, because even if you said, maybe if you suggested somebody.
yeah, if I had somebody
that.
that was a regular person that gave my wife massages, and I go, yeah, so and so, Sarah, she's
Right,
great,
right.
and blah, blah, blah. Then you do it.
Yeah. Sarah, not Sam.
No.
No Sams, no Tonys. Allowed
Massage by Jeanette. Looks like that's mobile.
Yeah.
Yelp.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. But
Yeah.
also, you know what I mean. I don't know if these people are any good. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't know if she's gonna
You
like.
know
I
they
don't
have
know.
stars and
I know, but
reviews
I don't
and
know
stuff.
if she's gonna feel comfortable if I just go, hey, by the way, this stranger's coming over to give me a massage.
All right, well then massage is out.
Yeah. You know what? Find something else.
Yeah.
Holy
Jeez
cow.
Louise.
I'm going to the casino. That's what I heard.
Get her some night shoes.
All right, listen to me. This weekend, the Sapphire Lounge is opening up in Tampa. It is a supper club, dining lounge. They got live entertainment. There's going to be so many things to talk about that they're doing over there. And they're bringing in two big celebrities, Matthew Morrison from Glee and Skylar Astin from... why can I never remember the name of the movie?
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. I always want to say Pump You Up, and that doesn't even make any sense. They are going to be in the studio with us after the top of the hour. That bell that you just heard is a reminder for Carmen that in 2 minutes, we will give you $1,000 with the Bone Bonus keyword. We will give you the word. You will put it in the app, and you can sit back and wait for a phone call. And that phone call is like, hey, get your night shoes on. You just won $1,000 with the Bone Bonus. That is all happening next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Our guests are here. The Sapphire Supper Club and Lounge announces its grand opening in Tampa. They'll be opening on May 15th. The grand opening is this weekend, and they're bringing these guys in. Now, this is Matthew Morrison and Skylar Astin. You know them from Glee. You know them from Pitch Perfect, and I believe that they are making their way into the studio right now. Let me get a look. This is the real TV and movie celebrities.
Right?
Look at this guy. This is so weird. Look at both of you. Sit down, guys. Have a seat. Thank you for getting up early. We're already rolling. It bothers me that you two look so good so early in the morning. Hold on.
For you, this is. No,
Is there TV also involved?
there's one.
Yeah,
There's
see,
one.
there you go.
Or else, man, you would see such a different me.
Hey, he wore pants today.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got up and put pants on and sleeves. This is a new me too. So, how are you guys? Great to see you.
We're good. Good to see
Not
you, man.
unwell.
Now, how long have you known each other? I know you worked together on Glee. Have you been friends this whole time, or
We've been friends since before Glee.
Before
'cause
Glee.
We both have done Broadway.
right?
Never together, but it's a small community, so we've been seen at the same places.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New York, just outside of the city, in a place called Rockland County.
Okay, and what about you?
I grew up. This is Matthew, by the way.
Sorry.
right.
I grew up in the mean streets of Orange County, California.
Oh, tough. I understand. Now, do you know when you want to do Broadway, you want to sing and dance and all that stuff, you're like, I got to move to New York. That is the key.
Yeah, I went to like a performing arts high school, and
Right.
and right after that, I went right to New York.
And how difficult is that? I grew up there as well. I grew up in Staten Island.
I didn't
and,
I didn't notice at all.
Yeah. Was in several plays in high school. Have zero performing ability. But seriously, when you show up there and you're hit with it, or when you grow up there and you're like, I would think so negative. I'm never going to compete with all these people and get in there, and it just seems like such a hard world to break into.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a slightly organic build. I honestly started in like high school.
Right.
I had done sports growing up and didn't have much of a future in that, but loved doing it.
Right.
And I liked singing. I liked playing piano, and then was kind of pushed to do the play because I think some people heard me singing.
Uh-huh.
And I went ahead and I did it. By the way, this is the plot of High School Musical, but I did do it. But
Did they hear you singing and thought you should go into it, or did they see you
Yes.
playing
Well,
sports and thought you should go into it?
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It was actually Vanessa Hudgens who said no. But it was kind of similar to that, though. My story was first, and then I was super like a fish out of water. I was like, how the hell? Because I got the lead because I was one of the only boys in it,
Right.
and I could carry a tune, and I was just super like, how am I going to learn all these lines? It was also a show called Godspell where I was playing the role of Jesus. And
Familiar.
I don't know if you know Jesus, but he's got a lot of parables he has to say, and they're really long and formal. So I was just freaked out about that. But it was one of these things where through like the blocking, through the rehearsing, there was this like muscle memory that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was like, holy crap, I think I could put the book down. And ever since then, when the audience finally came in, I understood that relationship, and I kind of got bitten by the bug and only wanted to do that forever.
Yeah. And how soon? Now, when you're on Broadway and you're loving it, and are you like, all right, the next thing has got to be a movie or a TV show or something? Or are you happy? Are you content doing Broadway? Because I to me, that would seem like the most boring thing to do the same show every night. Although it's got to be, like you said, the muscle memory's got to make it a little bit easier.
Well, definitely the muscle memory. I totally understand that it makes it easier, but there is the mind thing that you're like, okay, I'm doing this again. So my thing is every Tuesday, which is the start of like our work week, I come up with a different task or what's this week going to be like? What's the question I'm going to ask this week? And I always try to like keep it fresh.
Right.
That's what I have to do. But yeah, as a young performer, especially on Broadway, I think the goal is like, okay, how do I get out of here? How am I going to make it in TV and film? And you just do the auditions. And being in New York, you're doing like the Law and Orders and all that kind of stuff. And
how much of that did you do? You did a lot of that?
I've done all of them.
Yeah. and how long before Glee comes a calling?
So
Which, by the way, I have to tell you, you may be looking at me and judging me from over there, but I goddamn loved Glee. I watched it.
Well, I'm glad
I loved it. Yeah.
I'm glad you know I was judging you. But, no, I started my first Broadway show I was 19 years old, and I did probably 6 Broadway shows before I got Glee. And that was the thing that kind of, I think that's the thing. It was the best possible show I could have got into, being from the
from
theater.
where you're from.
It's like,
yeah,
because you learn a lot about what it's like to act on TV when you watch yourself and you're like, whoa, that was too big, too much, too theater. But Glee was a nice transition because it was theater. It was theatrical. But then there was some serious scenes I was like, whoa, that was way too much.
Are you familiar with a show that did not last very long called Cop Rock? That was on ABC.
I'm familiar with it. I've never seen it.
Okay, so I remember the Cop Rock was a show about police, but they would break out into song,
Right,
and it was the most ridiculous thing. So when I'm thinking they're going to put a show on there where you guys do, I mean, I hadn't seen a show like that since Fame, and you got to be wondering, is this going to?
No, I read the script and I saw the pilot. I was like, oh, a story about a bunch of kids singing and dancing in high school. I was like, no one's going to watch this,
right?
And then it just blew up.
Blew up.
Yeah.
Now you guys took that on the road, right? To like do live shows in arenas and stuff.
Yeah, arenas and stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's amazing. So now when do you get the Pitch Perfect? How long until that wasn't your, I mean, you were on Glee as well and you did a bunch of other things, but when do you get the Pitch Perfect?
Well, I actually ended up doing Glee after Pitch Perfect, but I had done some Broadway and then I kind of transitioned into TV and film and really loved that. I just got a couple opportunities after I did this show on Broadway and some TV gigs came along, and that was a big audition, the Pitch Perfect. That was like,
it was a huge cast.
Yes, and it was quite an audition process. I kind of didn't hear back for months, and then when I found out I got it, I was super pumped. But that was kind of similarly to Matt, where I was like, I love this idea. It might be too niche though.
Right.
Like, I don't know if people are going to love the whole acapella thing. Like, I think it's hilarious.
Are you surprised that became a big thing again? Like the colleges are doing that, and then all of a sudden that became like those are the cool kids.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I did go to NYU for like a semester,
right.
And I did see some acapella there. And my friend Brian, who actually I did a show with, it was like an all boys group, kind of like my group, and I was like, these dudes are so getting laid after this. It was like it was a rock concert. Like people were going crazy.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't think that going into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I then knew that going into Pitch Perfect. However, I was still like, again, a little bit niche. If you didn't, because all the rest of the cast is like, this is apparently really a thing at colleges? I was like, oh no, it is.
Yeah.
But when it caught fire, I think Rebel was probably the only person who was super confident. I don't know if it was like her manifesting, but she was like, Skylar, this is going to be huge. You're going to be a hot throb. Like, this is a big deal. And she's like, there's going to be sequels. And she was absolutely right. And
are you surprised by the sequel?
I was surprised only because there was so much like lightning in a bottle, like some casting choices, some improvs that like started as a literal improv, like Adam Devine and Rebel Wilson's entire storyline just started as an improv one day. We kind of shot, not in order, but we shot their first scene first. And they were just going back and forth. And then they just kept writing towards that. And now it was like a through line of the movie that eventually even got like bigger in the sequel. So it was like things like that, a lot of little things like that contributed to it becoming a huge success.
Weird. You hear about that in like TV shows.
Right.
I wouldn't think that they would do that in a movie. I would think a movie, they have the script locked and they're like, this is what we're doing. We're not doing any variations.
Yeah,
So-
well, it was a Universal film. However, that was kind of like that was like the big brother who was kind of releasing it.
Yeah.
But it was this other sub studio called Gold Circle that, that was why the budget was what it was. And also that was why it kind of felt like we were shooting an indie.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why we got to be a little messy, and we didn't have a big scary studio breathing down our necks, being like, "No, you're going to go through us for every line."
Right.
So we had a bit of freedom there to either succeed or fail.
Yeah.
And messy is where the magic is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
great.
Once you get off the script, that's where all
Yeah.
the good stuff seems to come in. Now, if you brought up getting laid, so if I can ask you guys this question, Derek
married.
Huff, the guy from Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
I saw him one time talking about what it was like when he was younger and he was in high school, and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "I was getting made fun of, and everybody was calling me gay and all this stuff." He was like, "But I was banging all these chicks or whoever he was banging at the time because he got to do whatever he wanted, be around. If he was around girls, that's what he wanted to be. He was the only guy around the girls." So, how was it for you guys when you were younger? And I mean, if you went to performing arts high school, you were probably all the same people.
Well, no, mine was more of an after-school program.
Oh, okay.
I went to like a regular high school. But well, gosh, how do you answer this question?
Because if I can, I don't know either one of you personally, but I saw that you're married and have kids. So not gay as far as I could tell. But I bet everybody called you gay when you were in high school.
No, not really.
Not to your face.
No. Well, yeah, it's possibly. But I was a very gay alliance, I guess, in high school. But I always stood up for my gay friends. There was definitely people who were definitely called gay because they were gay,
right?
But for me, I was such a when people called them out, I would kind of stick up for them.
Yeah.
And I guess by association but I was also dating the homecoming queen. And, so.
That's what I was going to say. If you could back that up, then it's easier to stand up for people.
Yeah, and also I'm a way better athlete than Skylar, so I could kind of back it up with athletic prowess too.
Yeah. Now when you're in school, are you because you're a good-looking kid too, man. Are the people were they loving you, or were they like, "Oh, he's a theater kid"?
Well, I might have downplayed my athleticism. I was recruited to play for Rutgers baseball, so I was good at some.
That's
sports.
pretty good. Rutgers baseball,
not
right?
bad.
Yeah.
I happened to have just a good game against their prep team and made contact a couple times that I probably never would have 9 times out of 10. But I also had a bit of confidence once I started doing theater. And anyone that would tease me about doing it, I was like, "Why don't you come?"
Yeah.
And actually, I got a lot of my friends. Like, I was known for having like a lot of different friend groups. I was never kind of locked into one.
Yeah.
And so I loved bringing everyone together. And I actually remember getting like a lot of the guys from the football team to go see Guys and Dolls.
Oh, really?
And they're like, "Bro, that was sick." First of all, because I also was a freshman playing the lead, and they're like, "You got to kiss Mariana, who's a senior," and that's like a very big deal.
Yeah.
So I think that it was almost like adorable to kind of open their eyes up to not just the benefits, but like, this is actually really cool, and I really enjoyed it. And like, you guys were playing a bunch of gangsters up there, and it was really fun. And I actually ended up getting some of the football guys to do the next year's musical.
Really?
Yeah. That's also the plot of High School Musical too.
So that's how it was for me in my sophomore year of high school. We didn't have a football team. We weren't a very athletic school, but I wanted to do something cool, and I possessed no skills, but I joined the drama club because I knew they put on a play, and I got to meet girls, and I got to do all that other stuff. And then I was able to convince some of my dumb friends to come and do it as well, because they always needed guys. They had poor girls playing guy roles because no guys ever wanted to do it. But once they did it, everybody loved it. And then, like you said, once this cool senior who never did anything his 4 years he was there, he was like, "I want to be in the play too." He joined. Then all the seniors came to see the play.
Exactly.
And that was it. That's how it all started. Snowballed into that.
Yeah, we had the same thing with it. Then became so popular at this like total public school that had no theater department. That they started putting an improv class on the curriculum, which anyone that's ever done improv, that is the most fun.
Right.
I mean, that is like just like all jokes and all creativity. And so that was kind of a nice way to kind of open everyone up. And I think they still have that class.
I got to remind everybody who's here. This is Matthew Morrison. You know him mostly from Glee, and of course from a bunch of Law and Order. I couldn't get it out. I was going to try to make a joke and I couldn't get it out. And Skylar Aston from I have a mental block.
Perfect.
I know, but I keep wanting to say Pump Up the Volume.
Dance.
Yeah. And now, you guys performing together?
Yeah.
Have you done
Apparently.
this a lot of times or no?
No.
No.
Huh?
No.
So what will you be doing? This is now the Sapphire. Have you been over there yet? Have you done the rehearsals or any of that stuff yet?
No, that's all.
Oh
happening
man, you guys
today.
are winging it.
Yeah.
Winging it.
We were talking about
They're
we
pros.
basically have had a nice text message relationship of just like, what are we doing?
Right.
And
But do you have that kind of friendship where you're like, we could do this?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're both. We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Right,
It's gonna be
right.
fun.
Also, Matthew has this unbelievable way of like having fun with everything and kind of it's infectious. So I'm actually super pumped for tonight now.
Yeah,
We have a bit of a rehearsal today, so we'll get all the kinks out there, see what works and what doesn't. And then I think by the time people are in the supper club, I think we're just going to like have a blast.
Now, so give me an idea of what we can expect. I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I will shave and everything before I go.
without longer sleeves.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably give you a couple things you might know us from.
Right.
There might be a Pitch Perfect song. There might be a song from Glee, but then some stuff I've done on Broadway. I know Matthew's done on Broadway, and then some like kind of just pop songs, a little Elton John, a little Billy Joel. So I think it's gonna have a mix of everything.
This is a great launch for this place because there's nothing like this in Tampa. They've been brewing for a while, and I think this would be great. Yeah, I think this is a great idea. People want something like this. They want to be able to go out. They want to enjoy a full night. They want to dress up. They want to look good. They want to have great entertainment, and you really don't get that all together. So
I think it's just really like just why it's a nod to Tampa and like how forward it's becoming and it's growing, and I feel like just having a place where artists, where politicians, where families, travelers, locals can all come together and just be under one roof and just like commune. That's what, for me, performing has been that. It's less about impressing people now, and it's about connection. And I think that's what we need more of in our world right now. And I'm
not there yet. I'm still trying to impress everybody that I know.
Oh well, if you want,
I want you guys to leave and be like, that guy was pretty cool.
No, you're nailing it.
Do you do a lot of this? Do you do podcasts or radio shows? Because I always have that great fear about people having to come up the driveway and into the garage in order to do this.
I've never done it in someone's garage before.
Right.
This is kind of cool.
All right, yeah.
We kind of pulled it to this beautiful neighborhood, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're like, wait, where? We were having a conversation like, where are we? Right now?
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
We've had Kevin Smith, the director,
Yeah.
who's
Oh,
in
yeah.
here, and he was like, he pulled up and he's like, I think I'm here, but I have no idea where I'm going.
And then Skylar was like, this is a pandemic thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, once they go garage, they never go back.
Yeah.
Never go
That's
back.
it.
You have
Yeah.
no idea how
Exactly
accurate
right.
that is. This
I've
is
actually-
the greatest thing. I am the only one who loved the pandemic.
Yeah, right. You're
It's-
thriving.
seriously.
I actually did Kevin Smith's podcast during the pandemic, but that was over Zoom. I much prefer this.
yeah.
At least we've gotten out of our laptops a little bit.
It's so important to have guests in the studio as opposed to, I mean, we did a Zoom this week. We've had a couple of people on through Zooms, and that's fun. You get to see them and stuff, but
Sure.
I could tell when I start to ask a question, and I could see your eyes kind of cringe.
Yeah.
That's when you know, don't do that again.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. It just also feels good to be in a room. I mean, but I get it. Travel schedules. Sometimes people can only do that. I did the Kelly Clarkson show
Yeah.
over Zoom. That's the only
That's
time I've
so
ever done
weird.
it. And I'm
That's
like,
so weird, yeah.
I've never actually freaking met Kelly
Yeah.
Clarkson, but like we've done banter about my squirrels. What the hell?
You
Like
have squirrels?
I did.
What do you mean? Like for
Like pet
pets?
squirrels?
I did.
How
I
do
had
you-
one. I had one. It didn't go in the house. It was a very.
Who would just come visit you in the yard?
Yeah, I had this place in California. It was kind of in a tree,
Uh-huh.
and I don't have it anymore. I miss it dearly. And this freaking squirrel that I ended up naming Max. Like we had this. I mean, that was also just like. That was a pandemic relationship
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
time, if you
Yeah.
could imagine. I was just like, I'm never home, and there's all these friggin' animals. I was like Snow White. So that was I was there like promoting a TV show I was doing and talking about my pet squirrel, Kelly
hilarious.
Clarkson. Yeah.
I don't remember that plot in
High School
Yeah, this is my own work. This is that's why it wasn't so popular.
So when Mike said he was coming to the show, he said, the dress and stuff and wearing longer sleeves, he has been going over that. He has no idea what to wear. He's talking about wearing a tuxedo.
No, right, look at his face; he doesn't look shocked. They said that it was formal,
Okay.
and that that some people will be wearing a tuxedo.
Oh,
I
they
was
didn't
going
tell
to
me
wear a
that. Oh,
suit.
geez, I'm in trouble.
No, that's okay. You guys are safe from that.
We're the talent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna wear a suit But these guys were trying to tell me I can get away with wearing sneakers, and I'm like, no, you don't understand.
No.
This is
What
night-
kind of
night
sneakers you
shoes.
talking?
Exactly. I'm talking about like some nice Jordans or some, Perry Ellis, the black with the white on the bottom, something like that, whatever, in nice jeans, in a button-down shirt or a shirt with the jacket over and stuff. I don't think he needs top hat and tails and he's going out and buying wingtips and doing everything else.
I am with you.
Yeah. You're going to do it.
You got to go all out. Absolutely. And I think that's what this place is all about. Why not?
You think this guy's gonna have fun in a tuxedo?
I do.
As long as you can
I
breathe,
do.
you don't need to button up the neck to a tie.
Thank you.
I think I would probably ditch the jeans and
Not wearing the jeans.
get a matching suit.
Yes.
And
I have a
everything's
matching
stretchy
suit.
now.
I have a custom matching suit. I have one that was made for me.
Perfect.
Yes.
Then you're good to go.
Right.
As long as the shirt under the suit is comfortable, you don't have to button the top button.
There you go.
If you want an accessory, fine, and that's an opportunity to show some personality. If you want to put like a little Tampa Bay Bucks pocket square or something like that,
He knows what's going on.
Fun socks can be cool, and then you could go wingtip or Perry Ellis. That's my compromise.
If I can go to the Perry Ellis, I'd be happy.
I think
Comfortable
you're
feet
good.
is a way to go.
Comfortable feet, comfortable neck, you're good.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Tuxedo and the wingtips, that's a little too much. Whatever, the suit and the comfortable shoes, comfortable shirt works.
Unless, by the way, just from doing what I do, I have a couple suits, and one is a tuxedo, and randomly my tuxedo is slightly more comfortable because it's just it's got a little stretch in the waist, and it just looks good. You could then put that with anything. Anyway,
And
welcome
they
to the
now
Mike
make-
Calta show, where it's a fashion show.
And they now make Perry Ellis wingtips.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
comfortable
So
in
that's
those
it.
there.
How old are your kids?
8 and 4.
So they don't realize they didn't know you were on TV?
No.
Or do they know? No, so
No,
they don't know.
they know me. I guess celebrity just from people coming up to me and taking pictures.
Right.
Which is strange and weird to kind of explain what that means
Yes,
to them.
to kids. Yeah.
But I just did a run of a short run in a Broadway show called Just in Time a couple weeks ago, and my kids got to see it and see me on a stage for the first time,
That's
which
great.
was really, really special.
And did they appreciate it? Did you think they got something
They're
out of it?
horrible
Yeah.
audience members. Like honestly, I've taken my son to see 2 Broadway shows. We've left at intermission both times.
Really?
They just cannot sit still. I was so surprised and so proud that they made it through. And actually, we're talking about the plot line. They keep singing "Splish Splash," "Splish Splash." I was taking. It was just like
awesome.
They loved it, and it was just such a cool experience. And I actually got to dance with my daughter in the show.
That's
who's
cool.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder about that. I always like to see if people, celebrities' kids, actually think that they're cool.
I wouldn't go
Your
that
kids
far,
are young.
but
yeah.
I've banked a couple things in the hopes that I'll have kids. Like
Yeah.
I've done some kids cartoons where I'm like, I mean, this is for.
What did you do
nephews
for
and-
cartoons?
Like I did this series. I did 200 episodes of this show called Trolls, which is
Oh,
which
sure.
is the movie
Yeah, yeah,
Trolls,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but they do the TV version, and I do the Justin Timberlake. Shockingly, Justin Timberlake didn't want to come in for
Yes,
200
for-
episodes.
yeah.
I played his part, and of course, now my nephews are watching it, and it's just that to me is the ultimate validation and thrill.
How is the Trolls 200 episode money? Is that good?
No.
It's not, right?
It sure is not. But
That was the most real answer you
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Unemotional, it sure is not.
It's just it is what it is. It's but
It's a gig.
but it's a great gig, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And my nephews and eventually my kids will love it, and that is priceless.
You want to have kids. Why don't you have kids? Don't do it now. You look too young. And you're like Matthew looks like he's got.
I look
he's
old.
young
What
and
are you
he's
saying?
good-looking. You've been, kids have strained you a little
Yeah,
bit. You look
thank
great,
you.
but
Thank
as a father, I feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm only 26.
For now, I'm loving the uncle role. The uncle role is super
Uncle
fun.
is the way to
Yeah,
go. Yeah. Oh, having the cool uncle that's in movies, that must be the greatest thing ever for your.
Well, I also don't get the the D-bag thing where I have to now show, I can't be like, hey, kids, sit down and see what dad's done.
Right.
Though if someone else does it,
Yes.
then it's kind of cool. So somehow, I find that my brother and my sister-in-law, they are showing them all my stuff.
Oh, that's great.
And so I'm getting some cool uncle points for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure to meet both of you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Sapphire Lounge, the Suffer Club. It opens up. It's right over by where the whole across the street from the mall, where Eddie V's and where Fleming's is, right in that whole corridor of the steak corridor over there. And I think this is going to be a great experience for Tampa Bay. And I love the fact that they are going all out and bringing you guys in here and really kicking it off.
For sure. Happy to be here.
And thank you for getting up early and coming in here because I every morning I wake up and I know it sucks to get up early. So
we're excited to see you all dolled up tomorrow.
I will be there in questionable shoes and a nice suit.
Looking forward
Gentlemen,
to it.
thank you. We will take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. I'm so confused now.
Why?
My friend Jim just sent me a text me and said he's wearing sneakers.
Told you.
Carmen,
They
you're probably
told
right.
you.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
They told you.
Yeah, listen to Hollywood here and let them tell you.
You're overcomplicating this.
I agree with you.
Figure those two guys go to things like that all the time.
Right.
but
That's
they're
like-
also the talent.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's true. That's
So-
true.
But they
They-
see what people are wearing.
Right.
You know, and if you came in with, sneakers, whatever, they're like, yeah, that looks cool. But if they thought it wouldn't look cool, they would have told you.
I agree. I get it now. I'm letting it all sink in.
Mhm.
I liked both those guys very much. I thought they were nice. Neither one of them were douchebags, which is always a key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were saying how they have to go over to, like, I think channel 10. Is that ABC? Next.
No, 20.
But yeah, they're going to ABC
FTS,
next, and
yeah.
how it's going to be a stark contrast between this
Yes.
interview and that interview.
They will not be talking about getting laid
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that channel
He
whatsoever.
was like, oh, it's nice to have this to start the day,
Yeah.
and then have to go over and do the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to going out there and trying something different and dressing up and having a good night, a fun night.
I still can't believe Mr. Schuster was near your garage. That's crazy.
I
Isn't
feel
that
like
weird?
I feel like you're gonna be young Frankenstein putting on the Ritz.
Yeah.
You're gonna be with the tuxedo on, putting on the Ritz.
There's just like some people you think when will I ever meet that person
Right.
in person?
Right.
Yeah.
Like how that scenario would ever play out, and then it just did.
Yeah, I have. I've been through those experiences several times in this career. And, whether or not I'm like, oh, I can't believe this person's in the studio, but now the idea that I've watched that show in the other room and now he's here in the garage was pretty.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of Glee last night, getting ready.
Well, yeah.
Clean it up.
What?
Yeah.
I was trying to remember how, because I know the show was super popular, and if you remember, one of the seasons debuted right after the Super Bowl, and they were saying that was the most viewers it ever had, and it was like 70 million people watched it.
Jesus.
It's funny. I remember you talking about it and talking
Yeah.
about Glee and stuff. I never saw one episode of that. I don't know. For
Same.
some reason, it just wasn't
Yeah.
in my wheelhouse.
It was what he said. It was that you had, the kids singing and dancing and all that, but there were stories and it was good stories and it was a good show. Plus,
It was funny too.
no matter how old you are, a high school show is for some reason it always takes you back to high school.
You
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
I don't
Shut
remember
up.
how I got into it. I think I just watched an episode and then I got hooked.
I'm not gonna lie. The fact that those girls were smoking hot had a lot to do with it.
That does
Yeah.
that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. We still got a lot of show left. Craig Gass and Chris Kale and Ricky Rackman are going to be here.
What other show can go from Glee to Five Finger Death Punch?
Right,
That's right.
In the same breath.
In
yeah.
within 30 minutes.
See if he's a fan.
They would definitely wear sneakers. I would.
Yes.
imagine. I was going through this, looking at this Jamie Presley OnlyFans thing, and trying to think who would you want, who's like an old celebrity that you'd want to see in.
Penelope Cruz.
Oh yeah, but I don't think she's old enough.
She's 50 something. She's older than.
I'm sorry. I don't think that she. I still think she's so smoking hot that it's not even
Right.
like it's not even like she's old.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
I
saying?
get that. I get that.
I'm trying to think of somebody who's not as prominent.
Yeah, if you were like Jessica Lange is going to be doing an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
somebody like that.
Somebody like that, or that chick from Helen Mirren, or one of those things.
Yeah.
Gio gets so nervous.
Oh, so nervous.
So nervous.
Yeah.
Can you see that, Carmen?
No, because the video's on you.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
Gio is the other guests are arriving, and Gio just gets up and he starts popping around, and he's running around, and he gets all freaked out.
He is very anxious.
Yes,
I guess is the best way to
which
put
is
it.
weird because I'm not. I don't know why he is. I don't know why he
Because he's
It's
in
on
charge
him.
of that. He's in
Yeah.
charge of the guest getting in and doing all that stuff, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've done this enough. We know we're going to be able to talk to him and hang out and do stuff. But he just wants to make sure everything's buttoned up, which is good. You don't want somebody who's
No,
I don't know,
yeah.
just go in there. You know?
But it usually goes smoothly. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's not like something that he needs to worry about.
Right.
Because it's not always a huge drama thing.
Yeah, but also Gio's a bit of a warrior
Yeah.
in regular
yeah.
life and everything. so-
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen, we just got a little bit of what you might deem to be good news.
What?
So on the 25th of this month is Memorial Day.
Okay, that's a Monday.
And on the 26th, I think I have to go for a heart procedure. So we might have off that day as well.
So 2 days.
Yes.
I got to get ready for.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you for letting me know now. 'Cause
Gentlemen,
that gives me 2 weeks.
good to see you. How are you? Have a seat. Come relax. No, sit down. Relax. It's all right.
You can just stay over
We're
there.
live on the air, so just don't curse. There you go.
Chris is doing the Eddie Van Halen thing where Eddie Van Halen didn't realize he was live on the air, and he walks in the middle of the Howard Stern show, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Yeah, we're on the air. We're on the air again. Like, Chris is just walking around the room.
Chris, you just came back from well, turn
Rockville.
mics on. Probably happened.
Check.
There you go. Ricky's on.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't have to be.
How was that?
Incredible. It
Yeah?
was our first show back since about October of last year. And
Can I be honest with you about something?
Do tell.
I will kill both these guys. I don't know if I can beat you up. I'm just kidding. But you know when you look at somebody and you're like, I don't want to fight that guy.
I mean,
yeah.
But you know what you could do? You could pick me up and hit him over the head.
Yeah, with you.
I could be like a baseball.
I don't
bat.
want to. I'm
I
not feeling violent at all. I'm just saying if I had to fight two of the three of you, I know which two I wanted to be.
Not for nothing. That would be the right choice.
Yeah.
By the way, this is also a thing with him. Not like you guys did anything wrong. He was in the elevator with Paramore and told him he could beat them all up.
Yeah, I was in there with them, and they were all like teenage kids, and they were all quiet in the opposite end of the elevator from me. They were just looking down, and I go, I could kill you all if I had to. And they were like, well, I go, I'm just kidding.
That's like Big J. Okerson. I run into Big J. Okerson like once a year, and for some reason, we always pick up where we left off, where he goes, "You know who else's ass I'd kick if I see him again?" And I'm like, "What? All right, like what? I don't even know why that's a conversation."
Yeah.
This is our friend Craig Gass, who's in the studio with us. Ricky Rackman is here. Chris Kale from Five Finger Death Punch is here. It's great to have you all here. Ricky, this does not seem like your hours, buddy. You do not.
Oh, can you tell? Can you tell?
Well, Chris was on stage last night in front of
that's
100,000
true.
people
Yeah.
before Guns N' Roses. So I mean, Five Finger Death Punch is just crushing.
How is I don't know if I could put you on the spot and ask you this, but how is Guns N' Roses sounding?
I was so concerned with saying hi to people after the show.
You didn't even.
I didn't even see the show. Yeah.
That is true. I went out to the front of the house to watch Guns N' Roses.
How was it?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
There was a weird thing about an hour into the show where Axl's voice gets more and more falsetto.
Higher, yeah. That's what we were saying.
But the band,
that was the criticism of it, but then somebody was playing it, and I was like, I actually think it sounds pretty good to me. All of a sudden, you put everything into consideration: the age of the guy, the amount of running around that he's doing, and all that. There's a lot that goes into that.
And he doesn't have to play for 3 hours.
Right.
You know, I got to sing for Guns N' Roses 2 weeks ago. It was
Did you
me
really?
/ everybody in Guns N' Roses except Axl. We did a benefit, and I got to sing with him. So that was kind of fun. That was in LA.
That must be awesome.
Did you guys do covers or did you do Guns N' Roses stuff?
What was that?
Did you do covers or did you do
No,
Guns N' Roses?
I sang Cheap Trick Surrender. It was a benefit.
that's
We all were just a bunch of us goofing around because these are people that I've known before anybody had a record deal.
Oh, I know.
Right.
So
Trust me. Listen,
it's
I was
still
looking into
weird.
this last night. Now you gotta know. I grew up. I don't say grew up because we're probably close to the same age, but I've been watching you on TV for a long time, and I had no idea. I assumed that you were in LA radio, and that's where MTV plucked you. It's even harder. They just knew your personality, and they were like, "This guy'd probably be good on TV."
Axl Rose.
Yeah, well, that and I walked into the audition with Axl Rose.
Oh, that might-
probably had a lot to do. But the thing is, the first time I was ever on TV, radio, or anything was Headbangers Ball. I didn't come from like, I'm going to be in media. I mean, I was just this
Right.
messed up kid in the streets of Hollywood that opened up a rock club, and that was pretty much my
Where
start.
was the Cat House?
Cat House.
Where was the Cat House in relation to the Rainbow and all that other stuff? Only because I'm
we
not.
weren't on the Sunset Strip,
Okay.
but it was probably like 2 or 3 miles, so I say about a 4-hour drive from where it was. But it was we were all very, very close to one another.
Right. And I bet those clubs were incestuous. Everybody's playing a different circuit and just going back around and around.
No, we were the best.
Really?
We were a rock and roll dance club, so we didn't have bands play.
Oh.
Except, I say that,
Right.
but we did have bands play, and we had, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, Megadeth, Alice Cooper, right? You just absolutely every band, but we'd always just put them under different names.
Yeah.
Ah.
And the Black Crows.
Yeah, Black Crows. Black Crows is the only band that paid to play the Cat House.
They paid you?
Yeah.
Dude, it's weird when I hang out with Ricky. It's hard for me to not ask these questions that you're asking.
Yeah.
And so when he started doing this one-man show, 2.5, 3 hours long, I actually got a plane ticket and went to go see him in Austin because I know him. I'm like, hey, can I come and hang out on the show? And I like sat in the audience like every other audience member going like, oh my God, no way, no way. Like,
great story.
It's weird to see like his struggle this weekend is getting 3 hours into 30 minutes for our show because it's me, it's Chris Kale, it's Ricky, and the whole show has to be about 90-ish minutes.
Right.
And
now, how do you and Chris hook up?
Chris and I knew each other through his old guitar player, Jason Hook.
Yep.
And then we were like friendly with each other, and then drug addiction made us way closer.
Yeah, I got sober and I was posting online. Got 3 days sober today. Here we go. Hey, I got 10 days sober today.
Yeah, I'm a drug addict and I'm sober for 10 days. And I reached out to him privately and I said, dude, do not do that. I'm sober.
Yeah.
I think 15 years at that point. And I said, you don't want to put like your timeline out there because if you screw up, everyone's gonna be like, like.
Yep. Meanwhile, I was doing that because I had tried before, and there was one time where I had a case of. I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I'm just everything was crashing, and I'd put it out there that I was sober, and I walked off the bus with a red cup full of Jack Daniels and Coke, and some kid goes, he comes running up to me, dude, I'm so proud of you for being sober. While I had Jack and Coke in the cup, and I was like, I need to be accountable, and that was my way of being accountable. But I was going overboard.
Putting it online, I would assume that for you, like being able to say, I'm sober for 2 days.
Be accountable.
Actually, and saying it out loud is something that you're like, no, I said it out loud. I have to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, but it didn't work. No. I've got some years under my belt now, but it took me, once or twice to get it. And that's the thing too. Doing the stuff that we do in the programs that we're in.
Yeah.
If someone hears you fail, they're like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I didn't work. That's not the problem. Yeah.
What was your? Did you have a drug of choice, or was it alcohol?
Yep. It was at the end. It was alcohol, blow, and Xanax. That was the big three for me.
Because you got. I mean, look, that sounds crazy to somebody who doesn't do drugs, but if you're somebody who lives your lifestyle. And you're trying to get that energy to do what you do every night or a couple of nights a week. I get it, man.
Oh, not even that. It was like I was in this band. I joined at the age of 36. I didn't know how long this thing was going to last. So I was like, I'm doing everything. I don't know when this is going to be done. I want to be like the bands that I grew up listening to. I'm doing this, and that's really what it was. And it was
the stories I heard about Chris always scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have that one mutual friend. I actually introduced him to you, my buddy Holmberg in Phoenix.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to make a note. The show we're doing is at Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel. It's not the regular Side Splitters in, what is that, West?
Carrollwood. Carrollwood.
Okay, yeah. We're in Wesley Chapel this weekend, tonight for 2 shows and tomorrow for 2 shows. My buddy Holmberg said, hey, are you friends with that Chris Kale guy? And I go, yeah. And he goes, I know a girl in Phoenix. And I go... Be really careful how I describe it. He said,
this is radio, remember.
Yeah, he said, this girl in Phoenix that I know, she's like, oh, I love Chris Kale, and I have the best sex with him. And one time we were both hammered, and we're having sex, and I started throwing up, and he took the vomit.
And we'll leave it there.
Yeah. Dude, I want to switch seats.
Gentlemen, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Side Splitters and Wesley Chapel. Like, come throw up on Chris.
So like I said, I wanted to do everything. And I did.
You lived it, man. That's great.
Wow.
Listen, you can't be that shocked. You have to have some insane stories.
Well, I mean, I had a heart attack from cocaine. I obviously put myself in a lot of bad situations with cocaine.
Yep. And that didn't stop him either.
No.
Yeah, that scared me straight for a year, and then I relapsed, and it was actually at a Metallica show. I was sober for a year, and I walked into a hotel room that, I don't know why I'm saying his name, but Lars Ulrich, I'd never seen a pile of cocaine on a table.
Right.
Like a mound of cocaine.
And Lars puked.
Yeah.
And Chris got aroused.
Yeah. And I was genuinely tempted by that. And I was like, oh man. And for me, it's social situations would make me feel vulnerable. Like, oh, I don't want to be the uncool guy who's not doing drugs. And that night I relapsed. And I remember even telling his singer, Hetfield, I said, man, I relapsed. He knew I was sober. Hetfield was sober.
Right.
And I said, I relapsed tonight with your drummer. And he's like, you can always, don't beat yourself up, man. You can start over tomorrow. And I just kept backpedaling, and then it was on the 2-year anniversary of my heart attack that I had that moment of clarity. You were never a drug guy, Mike. Right?
Never. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to be.
Yeah.
Like I've taken every time I take an oxy for one reason or another, like a back pain or something. Like this is fantastic. But I also know I'd want to take more if I could keep taking them. Sure. Yeah.
But you managed to just do
No,
it
yeah,
as
I know.
prescribed.
I don't want to go out like Chris Farley. Fat guys and oxys don't mix very well. So,
Did you ever have guys that you worked with that were undependable because of drugs?
Oh, surprise.
Yeah.
did you know that, or did you just?
I don't. I genuinely don't know.
So
that.
the guy
It's
who
the
worked-
reason I'm here.
Yeah,
Really?
the guy who worked here before Galvin. So this is an interesting story because I don't know what came first, the chicken or the drugs. He was driving home. He lived in Sarasota and was driving home from Tampa after the show, and he got in a car accident, and he dislocated both of his shoulders, and he had to beep the horn with his face until somebody stopped and helped him. Like he was in a pretty bad spot. And I don't know if he had an addiction problem that led to him getting in that accident, or if that accident from the pain of his injuries caused him to get into the drugs. I don't know the story. He's since passed away. But we had a problem is that he would come on the show and he would be on these drugs and he'd be falling asleep and passing out during the show. And I had to call him out a couple times. I was a little bit younger and I didn't really understand the situation fully. And plus I just had a kid and I got fired from iHeart. I got this news station pick me up and this idiot's falling asleep while I'm on the air. I'm like, you're going to blow my whole deal.
Oh, yeah.
And I was getting more mad at him than I was realizing he had probably a major problem. So
And fired him on air.
Fired him on the air.
On air.
Fired him at 7, replayed it at 9. Got to hit that whole audience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ricky has got sober before all that stuff happened, right?
I mean, I've got to understand. Somebody gave me weed at 4, cocaine at 13.
4?
So yeah, I became a full-blown crystal meth head. I was
Really?
addicted to crystal meth, and I got sober in 1988.
Oh wow!
So before it was like, I'm not saying like these guys, it's cool to be sober, but people talked about sober. Nobody talked about being sober. But I was a
not in the
raging. I mean,
80s,
yeah.
I would have been dead.
When did you start Headbangers Ball?
1990.
Oh, so right
like the
around
crazy
that time.
thing is like the Cat House was open in 86. And so I have people, dude, I remember you did this, that, did such crazy stuff. And people don't realize that I did that stuff while I was sober. It's just because you're sober doesn't mean you're not messed up.
Right.
I mean, I've never been so messed up that I used vomit as a lube.
Right.
But wow.
Hey,
like,
you've never been desperate for lube.
oh my
Look
God.
at the man. The man is
any
pretty.
story from my decadent past will not beat that.
Yep.
Like,
Hey,
I don't.
welcome to the new school, Ricky.
Wow, you kids these days.
He's
You're
the Green
crazy.
Beret but back in the day, back when you were in the heyday of Headbangers Ball, there was that certain type of chick that all of a sudden girls with tattoos were hot and they started getting, I mean, you must have been right in the middle of all of that.
I would say the girl that I was with then might have been the first one to do it because she tattooed my name. I was in that era. I was dating Janine Lindemulder, who was that was my
super
girlfriend
smoking
for a
hot.
couple years, and
Now, was she working at the time?
That's an interesting story. 'Cause she didn't really have sex. She never had sex with guys.
Right.
And she did have sex, but it doesn't, it's like, I knew what I was getting into, but being a jealous guy,
Yeah.
it sucked. But
That's what I was gonna ask
But
you.
she would tattoo my name and then cover it up and then tattoo my name. So then she started getting more. So she was like, I believe one of the first attractive women to be completely sleeved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there were not a lot of women all tattooed back then, but I mean, but now it's, you know what? As an old person, I can tell you, the whole tattoo industry just sucks because I remember when it was like you were like a tribe. Now it's like everybody has tattoos. I liked it when it was bad, when the bad people had. Now, like, we got Craig Gass as a rebel because he doesn't have any tattoos.
Yeah. That's right. If you manage to go the whole way
out of control.
that porn dating a porn star story reminds me of that great Jeff Ross joke about how he was on a TV set and this porn star is flirting with him and she said, "Hey, would you like to get together and go to dinner sometime?" He's like, "Yeah, when do you want to get together?" And she goes, "Well, I'm working Tuesday and Wednesday, so how about Thursday?" And he goes, "How about Monday?" Yeah, dude. But dude, his club, the Cat House, that's like.
I am sad that I never got to experience any of that LA stuff.
I get that all the time
Yeah.
because Cat House was just decadence. And you remember, like, we were kids. It's like, the first person ever even try to dance on the dance floor was Axel.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it was bad because we were all bad. We were all misfits.
Where are
we
you
were
getting
all,
the money to do this?
I started with zero money.
I figured
convinced
if
a
you're doing weed
tore-down-
at 4.
I convinced this tore down disco. I'm like, hey, why don't you let me throw a party here and you keep the bar and I'll keep the door. And I didn't make any money. I mean, the second night of the Cat House, I thought like we'd really made it because Lita Ford threw up, and I was like, "We made it, man!"
Chris
Lita Ford threw up.
Chris,
No,
Chris
calm down, Chris.
Too soon. Too soon. I got tight pants on today, guys.
But you know, my whole life, it's kind of ridiculous that I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm just you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've been able to BS my way through everything. And Cat House, I mean, to this day, people go to cathousehollywood.com and buy Cat House shirts.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
to this day,
Yeah.
like I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, but that's almost better than being super successful is to notch that legendary status, you know?
Well, that I mean, Axl wore him in Guns N' Roses videos.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
everybody
Everybody wore
wanted to
Cat
look
House
cool with their
shirts.
Cat House shirt on. It's like the Misfits have sold
Right.
1,000 times more shirts than they did albums.
Yeah.
Even today, I have my morning coffee with a Cat House mug that Ricky
Do
gave
you
me a
really?
long time ago. Still
Yeah.
got it. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
And all these people
Yeah.
got them for free.
The show. It's
You did say you didn't make any money.
Do you remember who you were auditioning against for that job?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like whether other people that you'd reckon that you remember or that
Axl Rose set the job up for me. I wasn't auditioning
Oh, you didn't
for
have to
anybody.
audition?
No.
Yeah.
And I was terrible. I mean, people like, you know, talk about the first times on TV. I never been on, I don't know how to be any of this, you know, TV guy. Hey, here's this. I didn't know that.
But you did
then
it-
because
you did
of
it
TV,
well.
I did it. And then that led me to being radio. And I was, you know, syndicated radio. And then
Right.
I kind of blew my radio career. I don't know if you know about that story.
I do not know. Tell me the story. I love
Oh,
it.
it's a good one.
Really?
It's a good one.
A radio DJ was talking crap about me, and I went to the station. I beat the crap out of him, and I went to jail and lost everything. Why are people clapping? I
Because
was
that is-
bankrupt for 2 years.
Listen to me. That is the way you handle it like a man.
But that's what I thought. Like, oh my god, I just beat the crap. I'm going to be notorious because it was a top story on every news channel.
Who was it? You
It was an
know.
old guy. Oh yeah, it was 2 guys actually.
Please say like Mark and Brian.
But you got to.
No, it wasn't. No.
It's an important note that Ricky was working at the station. He
Oh,
went
yeah, it
in
was
and
my
punched
station.
one of his
I
fellow
was
employees.
the afternoon drive, and they were like right before me.
Midday.
Okay.
And I said on the radio, "Go
Middays. You're not letting midday guy talk about you.
huh?
You're not letting midday
Damn
guy
straight,
talk about
damn
you.
straight."
Yeah. What are they saying? What are they saying about you?
Oh, they talked about me being white trash, which is true.
Yeah.
They talked about
Don't say it.
Now that I think about it, they said about my girlfriend being a porn star. Yeah, that was true
Yeah.
too. But I mean, it was some really, you know, die. You should die.
Oh,
and-
really?
And
my.
like, you know, I didn't grow up in the entertainment business, and I'm a little guy. But you know, if people say these bad things about you over and over again, you know, I'm not going to get back on the radio and go, you know, those crazy guys. They were
Yeah.
saying so. Like,
Let me tell you what I don't like about those two
It
knuckleheads.
was- Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not the way I was brought up.
So you got in your car and drove to the radio station.
Yes.
Walked in
Yes.
while they were there
Yes.
and just let loose on them.
Absolutely. They were getting
This
ready
is
to
the
go on the
greatest
station.
story.
I went up and I'm talking about this like it's cool. It's not cool.
It is very cool.
I've never told the details, but I said, you know what? I'm going to hold on to this story until I'm on the Mike Calta show, and then I'm going to let it out.
That's fine.
He was standing there, and I said, I think the words were something like, "Oh, you're gonna." Oh, he said, "When I see him, I'm gonna squash him like a bug." And I walked up. I said, "You're gonna squash me like a bug? Squash me now!" And I just punched the guy in the face. And then his partner grabbed me, and I pulled back to go see him. And then they walked me into the room, put me in handcuffs, and took me to jail.
Oh, that's a pretty quick transition.
Remember that assessment you had of the
Yeah,
table at the very beginning?
yeah.
I think you
don't
might
want to
have
fight
picked the
Ricky
wrong
either.
one.
Yeah.
By the way, do you want to say who it is? Because I'm looking at the person. They have a very punchable face.
Yeah.
He was like an old guy.
Who is it?
Doug Steckler,
Oh, I don't know.
who is now on the air with Tim Conway Jr.
He was the
That
other
was
guy
his
that went
partner.
after
Tim
me.
Conway Jr.
It was
is-
both of those guys.
So they've been together for a long time.
They've
both
been together
those
for
guys.
decades. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
and then right after, do you know who Tom Likas is?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So then right after, Tom Likas is on the radio, and he starts talking smack about me. So I go to a
I
hockey
would've done the
game,
same thing.
and
I
he's
would-
sitting right in front of me.
Oh.
And the girl that I was with, she's like, "Don't do anything, Ricky. Don't do anything, Ricky." And I went up and I said some stuff to him, and I'm like, what an idiot. Like, and then I go back to my job as a car salesman.
And you were like,
I-
damn it, why can't I keep my mouth
I
shut?
had a couple years where I had no money, like my power was turned off and everything.
Really?
And I'm grateful now
because of that fight.
Because of that fight.
Yeah.
But they were what pussies. If I'm gonna talk smack about you, I have to tell you, if you left here, and do you know Paul Casanova in Miami? Yeah. Paul's another longtime local radio guy down there, and he talked crap about Ari Spears. And Ari Spears drove back to the radio station and tried to fight him in the studio. Yeah, I love both those guys, and I still think that's a great story. If you left here,
if I left here and I
talked
started
about-
saying all these things like, yeah, I did Mike's show. That guy's such a scumbag. And then you saw me, I would expect like, dude, that guy's gonna kick my ass. Because don't say anything. That's why I hate social media so much.
But also,
because I still have this bad temper. Like, I will never say anything about anybody that I wouldn't say to their face.
I love that.
So I don't say anything mean about people. I try to be a very kind person. I don't really say. I mean, I'm in a different mindset now.
Right, you're a better person.
No. but like, I get to experience all these crazy things. I mean, like, I'm
It
old as
bothers
dirt.
me if I have something to say about you. Why would I wait till you leave to say?
Right.
That's what
dude,
I
that's
hate people like that.
Mike has said some painful stuff to me to my
He's
face.
a huge liar.
Yeah, he believes that all my stories are fake.
Yeah.
I don't
And-
believe they're all fake. I believe that they can't all happen to one person.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. And that's
I don't
why
think you're a bad person. I don't think you're a liar, but I can't believe all these things have happened to you.
we started that show, Beardo and Weirdo, me and Chris Kale, Five Finger Death Punch, and then I have my own separate storytelling one that you gave me the name for, which was I Swear This Is True. You said you should call it I Swear This Is True
Right.
because living at Eddie Van Halen's house, going into NASA, opening for Metallica, being on the field of the Super Bowl are all stories that are incredible on their own. They just
Your parents being deaf.
and that was the story.
That's the one, yeah.
There was one time I came in the studio and Mike said, "I'm going to ask you a question. And I want you to be honest with me if this is a true story." And I thought, "Oh, he's going to ask about living at Eddie Van Halen's or being on the field of the Super Bowl." And he goes, "Are your parents really deaf?" I go, "Why would I make that up?" I mean,
That is a great parlay into how you do
Voices. Yeah,
it's
I mean-
such a great story.
it forced me to learn how to speak by copying all the voices
Yeah.
I heard on TV.
When I grew up, I thought that my parents were deaf too. But they were just ignoring me.
Yeah. Ricky has a similar Forrest Gump type life where he grows up and his friends form bands
Yeah.
like Guns N' Roses and Faster
Faster Pussycat. Who else were you tight with?
Everybody.
Yeah.
But
Everybody.
It's so weird that so many people use the Forrest Gump thing, but they weren't talking about the stories. It was the disability. Mentally. I said, yeah, we're just kind of like the Forrest Gump. I go, yeah, I've done a lot. They go, oh, yeah, that too. I mean, oh, geez. I mean, in our little LA circle, it was, obviously it was Guns N' Roses, Faster Pussycat, Jane's Addiction, all the LA bands, but then later I'm friends now with the guy from Five Finger Death Punch.
Uh-huh. Let me ask you about Guns N' Roses. But
Yes.
when
I won't say anything mean ever. about Guns N'
no,
Roses.
not to their face or anything. I'm in high school in '88. It was the first CD that I ever owned was Appetite for Destruction. I bought that and Run DMC on the same day.
Perfect.
And I worked in a restaurant, and all we would do at night is listen to Appetite for Destruction over and over and over again. And this is in New York. I would imagine in L.A. I will never have that feeling of what it was like to go see Guns N' Roses in one of those L.A. clubs. That must have been the greatest time.
It was the greatest thing, but the thing when people said, "Did you know they were going to be big?"
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people say yes, but the reason I didn't think they would ever make it big is, in my opinion, they were too good because they were. When you'd see Guns N' Roses in the old days, you didn't know if they were going to play 2 hours, 5 minutes, if Axl was going to kick somebody's teeth in.
Right.
You didn't know, and there was this element of danger that really is missing from rock and roll. So I thought, this band is too dangerous, too authentic, too real. They're never going to make it big.
Yeah.
And it's still, to this day, it's still weird to go to a sporting event and hear Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's just odd.
That's weird for you, but when you tell the story about being with a girlfriend and Axl saying, "Hey, I'm going to sing you a song," and it's just the three of you
I'm
in
going
a
to tell
room.
the story. That was weird. So during I'll tell you, I'm going to say this tonight anyway, but there was a time
Side
that
splitters.
I was high as a whatever, and I was laying in bed with this girl, and Axl stood over us, and he started like serenading us, and he was like, I don't know, it might have been November Rain, a song that I hadn't heard yet.
Right.
and he just started singing. And I remember I was high, but he's singing it standing over us, and I remember looking at her and going, "This is really weird, right?" Like, this was really weird. But these were like the things I did, and here's the thing that I hope, if there's one takeaway other than the fact that we're playing tonight and tomorrow at Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel, is that I was in one of the greatest eras ever, and I ran the club that was one of the greatest clubs ever. But during that time, you don't realize you're living something magical.
Right.
Because that's just what you do. Like, did I wake up, at 4:00 every afternoon and go to girls and clubs? And but that's just the way I lived. Yeah. So it doesn't look, now you look back at it and you're like, wow, that was pretty amazing.
Right, but when you're in it, you don't realize it.
The fact that Pearl Jam was the kind of band that was anti everything 80s, and they wanted to be at the Cat House.
Yeah,
it's a real testament to what the Cat House
and was on Headbangers Ball and did all that stuff. Yeah.
Nirvana's famous first appearance,
the prom dress.
Was the prom dress?
Oh, really?
That was horrible. That was terrible. I was so excited to meet him, and he was just completely. Kurt was like dope sick, flat down on the floor, and I walked into the green room and I'd like step over him. So I never really met him. And the first time I ever spoke to Kurt Cobain, he was on Headbangers Ball wearing a big yellow ball gown. And it wasn't until like decades later that I figured out, oh, a ball gown because it's Headbangers Ball.
Yeah.
But it's like they didn't want to. I mean, I like Nirvana.
Right.
I love the album Bleach. But anytime any band was on Headbangers Ball, if you don't want to be there, don't be on there because it's a billion bands that really want to be on this show. So I was kind of like, whatever, they don't want to be here. Don't be here.
I love that got really screwed up because of their Saigon Kick. I felt Saigon Kick was one of those great bands.
Such a good band.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm watching Marilyn Manson last week with Chris. We're on stage watching Manson at this big Sick New World festival in Las Vegas. And one of the guys who works for Manson says, that guy right there was the singer of Shotgun Messiah. And I was like, what?
Shotgun Messiah.
No, that's not Saigon Kid.
The Saigon.
But Shotgun Messiah was another band.
But Saigon
but the difference is Saigon Kick was good.
Yeah. We actually had Phil Varone from Saigon Kick on Beard on Weirdo.
Oh, really?
Like a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Talking about, dude, his sex addiction.
Yeah, he's another one that's got stories.
Oh, yeah.
You think, like, sex addiction, like, okay, you're addicted to, like, you put yourself in bad situations to have sex with other people. But Phil has this crazy story about the day that his mother passed away, that he wouldn't answer his phone because he was watching porn all day that day and wouldn't pick up the phone. And I was like, damn, I can't.
I mean, she was already gone.
Yeah.
What more could happen that day?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard what we had before you guys came on the air.
Was the guy from Glee?
Yeah. I mean, this has been the weirdest lineup of shows we've ever had. Got a guy from Glee and a guy from Pitch Perfect on the air. And to these guys, we got Chris Kale, we got Ricky Rackman, and we got Craig Gass, who are going to be doing a show together at Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel. Now, you did one last night?
No, Chris and his band Five Finger Death Punch
they were
performed for 100,000 more people than we'll have this weekend.
You never know after an appearance on this show.
Yeah.
Hey, man, whether 50 or 50,000, it's the same show, man.
But Craig and I did a whole Glee karaoke last night.
It's what I was hoping for. Yeah.
It's crazy to me how humble Chris Kale is, because we've been doing comedy shows where he talks about being a rock star and being in Five Finger Death Punch, and we stay in Holiday Inns, and we're at a Hampton Inn this weekend in Wesley Chapel. He's like, "Yeah, we're cool, man. This is great," and it's just such a different vibe than him literally flying on private jets and staying in 5-star resorts.
Though I do got to say, walking into the Ritz-Carlton this week before Welcome to Rockville. Oh, it felt so good.
Yeah.
It's giving me the energy to power through these shows this weekend.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that Ricky has three, like most comedians, when they go out and they do a show, it's always worrying about getting material together and like, oh man, I need more material. And Ricky has 3 hours that he's been doing on the road in his spoken word tour. And he's like,
I don't want to do that. I'll do some of it, but I don't know.
Genuine anxiety about the shows this weekend. And I'm like, dude, you could just take the show, just take some like 2 or 3 stories. And
what do you think people were expecting? Like, what do you think people want? Yeah, see, that's the hard part.
I think they want comedy, and a lull of entertainment. Somewhere in the middle.
That's not a
I
lull.
think
I mean,
they
that's
want
you.
a nap.
I want.
You know what? I seriously have no idea what I'm going to tell this story tonight, but this is the truth. When these guys, because I love both these guys, these are my real friends.
Right.
They won't say that, but I will. But
I'm waiting on that check.
When the whole idea came up to do this show, and Craig's like, "We're going to do this night of comedy with Chris Kale, Craig Gass, and Ricky Rackman." I go, "Oh, comedy? I've never thought about being a comedian." And then I told Craig a couple jokes, and he said, "Okay, we're going to do a night of comedy and storytelling." I'm like, oh, I guess my jokes aren't that good.
I like that you came up with the name, the Tampa Experiment, though.
Yeah.
I love
there you
that
go.
because it's like we're the first time all three of us are getting together.
Yeah,
Oh, this is the
telling
first time you guys
this
doing
is
this together? Yeah.
This is my first time ever being on stage doing, and I'd like to be funny, but my goal is, look, you're going to get a lot of, both Craig and Chris are so funny, and if you set your expectations very, very low for me,
Yeah.
I won't let you down.
Well, just so you know, when I have a guest that comes on the show, especially when it's never been on before, I'll do a certain amount of research of things to talk about. I didn't have to do that with you. I knew that I'd be able to just start talking to you, and you'd be able to just bring it. I mean, all the years you've been doing this, so and people are genuinely interested in that, so you're going to be fine.
Man, if I go see Ricky Rackman, I want to hear stories about the Cat House.
And what?
I want to hear stories about hanging out with Axel and the I mean, there's so many like residual stories. You're like, I didn't even know that. Like Ricky really had.
I was gonna say also worst case scenario, just do Q&A. People will ask questions all
Which
day
we
long.
will at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
we already
yeah.
did that. That's the part I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
All three of us at the end
Well,
of the show.
since you're putting me over right now, I'll tell you something about Craig, because he hasn't talked about this at all. Craig, obviously, if you don't know, is one of the best impressionists that I know. So when I'm driving, and Craig said something that was interesting. It's like I don't really talk to Chris about music, and we don't like, they don't talk to me. We just, because we're friends, you don't talk to that somebody.
Right.
But when I'm driving along with Craig and we bring up a story about somebody, whether it's Sebastian Bach or Bill Burr, and he does their voice, and so I try to look away because I'm like digging. I'm like, wow, like the person he's talking about is in the car with me because he's so good. So if I mention something, he's doing that person's voice, and it's a really cool way to tell a story.
That story, by the way, about Bill Burr is a classic Bill Burr story. Bill and I were co-hosting a charity event in downtown LA where it was all these rock stars got together to jam. We were raising money for MS, and Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses comes out and he plays two songs, and Burr obsessively was watching.
Yeah, because he's a drummer.
He's a drummer.
Yeah.
He's watching Steven Adler's footwork, and he's like, oh man, he's obsessed with it, and he's genuinely fanning out on Steven Adler afterwards. And a few days later, we ran into each other at the Comedy Store, and Bill was complaining about. He's like, dude, so like those five guys, like they're not going to put the original band back together. Like, what's that about?
Yeah.
How come they're not going to put? And I go, and he goes, what? Like, why can't they just say, dude, let's just all five of us put the original guys back together? And I go, I can tell you why. I know three of those guys, and I can tell you exactly why they're not going to put the original five. And he goes, Jesus Christ, dude, you're going to tell me somebody's secrets? And I go, no, I'm going to tell you some inside Guns N' Roses. He goes, dude, somebody trusted you with a secret, and now you're going to tell me somebody's secret. And I go, wait, stop morally judging me, and let me tell you some inside Guns N' Roses information. But yeah, dude, when I tell a story, I just do the voices of the people in the story. I don't think about it. But every time I do it with Ricky, I notice that he looks away because he just wants to hear the voice in the middle of the story.
It's incredible.
It's so fun.
It's incredible. And let me ask you, and I'll ask all three of you because you probably have some insight on it, but why is it that Skid Row would rather be poor than go back out with
I'll tell you why.
Sebastian? I mean, he must be that much of an asshole.
I know Rachel's a great
I love Rachel.
great guy, and he does not want to play with Sebastian Bach, no matter what, because I've always said, I think they're a little bit past that millionaire thing that they could have gotten.
Right.
But because Skid Row, I mean, look, I listen to heavy music, but Skid Row is great. They're just a great band. And Rachel, just they said they will never, ever play with them. And now, Baz is in Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Lizzie Hale is going to do, like, I would love to see Skid Row with Lizzie Hale singing.
Yeah, she's done that.
I know, but she's done shows, and I've seen video of it, and it looks so good. But it's like, there gets to be a point that, I guess for some people, that if you dislike somebody so much, the money isn't isn't worth it.
But
I'm
there-
not that person. I'll do it.
I
for
mean, that's
money.
what I'm going to say. I mean, there are people that I hate, but if you put enough money in front of me, I'm going to start to like them real quick.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm not doing that great, like if they're out doing, like, they're okay. I know how much they pay. I hired them for a gig one time. They're not making a ton of money, and they could be playing with Guns N' Roses at Rockville this weekend easily if they were to sing with Sebastian. It would be huge. It would be, but I almost admire the fact that they would rather not do it.
When you're in the last chapters of your career, it also, like, if you think that any of us are making any money doing this show,
Right,
no, we're
right. You're
doing
doing it
this
for the love of it.
because, hey, I want to try this and I get to hang out with my buddies. So there gets to be a point that if you're doing okay,
Yeah.
that you're going to pick and choose, and you're going to, rather than do this drama just for money.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I went to Vegas and I saw Guns N' Roses and Izzy came back on stage and Izzy played it. I'm like, there you go. And he just doesn't want to be in Guns N' Roses anymore,
That's so weird.
So there gets to be a point that there's some things that it's not worth it.
Yeah,
Sebastian
yeah.
acknowledges that he, for whatever reason, he knows that he was not easy to get along with back then.
Yeah.
But his whole thing is like, but dude, it's been like 30 years. Let's do it. Who cares? Let's go, man. And they're like, nope. I ran into Rachel Bolan randomly on a beach in Maui.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, oh my God. And it was AFC NFC championship weekend. And I said, you want to go somewhere and watch football? And he goes, yeah, let's watch football. And we laughed and laughed for hours. And right before the end of the game, I went, oh my God. I just realized every time I see you, I've never asked you if this story is true. And I've always wanted to ask you this story. And he goes, yeah, tell me. I'll tell you if it's true. And I go, so apparently Sebastian, and as soon as I said the name Sebastian, he went, and his wife, who was sitting next to him, just started looking at him going, oh, why did you
brought up the word?
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
And the story I had heard, and I've never said this on the air before, is from a security guy who worked for Skid Row, said that according to him, his first job doing security was Skid Row.
Right.
And he said that Sebastian was in a really bad mood one day in Tokyo, and they get in the elevator. Sebastian wants to go somewhere for lunch, and he's yelling at the security guy, and he goes, dude, you know what? I don't even want to do this. Give me my money. Because my buddy would hold on to his money in his wallet.
Right.
And he said, I opened up my wallet, and Sebastian grabbed all the money out of the wallet, even though there was a divider that separated his money from my money. I go, dude,
He took all the money.
you took all my money. And he's like, dude, I don't care, dude. I'm going to eat. And he goes, but you took my money too, dude. You took my money and your money. And he goes, whatever. And he throws the money in the elevator, and it's raining money. My buddy bends down to start picking up the money. Sebastian kicked him.
Oh.
And he said, I stood up, and the way the guy told me the story, he goes, I don't get mad very often, okay? But when I'm about to rage, I feel a heat sensation coming up the back of my neck. And I went, you're not feeling that right now, right? He goes, no, I'm just telling you. I go, okay, because you're getting very intense on me. And he goes, I picked him up with one hand. I grabbed his throat, and I lifted him up, and I cocked my hand, and I just breathed. And I calmed down. I let him go. The next day at the show, somebody approached me and said, we've all chipped in $100. All you got to do is punch him in the face once. And I said, is that true? And Rachel said, yes, that was true. He said, back then it was just, but I know Sebastian has grown up a lot. 30 years since they've been together.
I don't know. I've interviewed him with 10-year separations, and he's still the same guy.
Yeah. Well, he's like a big kid.
Yeah.
He has my favorite Gene Simmons story, which is that I'm sure I told it on the air that he went into Gene Simmons' house, and he goes, dude, I went in that guy's house, and he has like a freaking Kiss museum in his house, which is true. Gene Simmons has a room dedicated to all the Kiss merchandise, and there's a bag with like 100 Kiss cell phone covers. I said, dude, what the hell is that? And Gene Simmons says, that's our new promotion for Kissmas. That's our new Kiss cell phone covers. Can I have one of those? I wish I could, but if you go to kissonline.com, and he wouldn't give him one piece of plastic. But yeah, the show that we're doing this weekend, Ricky's like, I feel like he has so many stories that it's like a rare thing.
Stop.
It's true.
Is Gene
Stop,
Simmons the
because
biggest asshole?
What?
Is Gene Simmons the biggest asshole?
The biggest?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No.
To me, he is. I don't know him
Yeah.
like a lot of these guys, but to me, I feel like he never puts the good of the fans ahead of Kiss.
You know what it is? It's not, in my opinion, rock and roll.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, to me, rock and roll is so much more than music, and you just kind of got to be rock and roll, and rock and roll is something where you also have to be like one with the fans. I mean, one of the beauties of I'll use an example, Pantera, because I did a lot of stuff with Pantera, and the beauty of Pantera was that Dime and Vin and all those guys, they looked like the type of people that you would just sit at the bar and have a beer with.
Right.
And that's why people loved them so much, because there was no rock star persona of them at all.
Yeah, they were just cool dudes. Yeah.
And I think that with rock and roll, you like to feel sometimes like, wow, like these guys are just like me.
Chris, you give off that vibe. Like you give off no rock star asshole whatsoever.
I was good friends with Vinnie Paul because
Yeah.
he lived in Las Vegas. And speaking of like being one with the fans and just being a cool person, Vinnie used to always have this thing on Sundays, Sunday Fun Day. Pool party at his house. He would barbecue, cook for everybody. And he disappeared for a little bit. And I was like, where'd Vinny go? So I asked his girlfriend, Chelsea, I was like, where'd Vinny go? She's like, he went upstairs for something. And then he comes down holding the symbol. He's like, Kale, brother, I want to give you this because I think you'll appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
He had signed to the bass master Kale, drew a little picture on there and whatnot. And that was maybe 3 months before he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I mean, he was always taking care of everybody. We would always see each other at shows. Every time that we're in Vegas, we knew if there was a show going on town and we were both in town, we would see each other. In fact, we went to go see a band called Otherwise in Las Vegas. And we had taken Hell Yeah out on the road with Five Finger Death Punch.
Right.
And Vinny, we were both drinking. He comes up to me. He goes, man, the rest of our band need to learn something from us. They need to be out here with the people, hanging out, shaking hands, not hiding in the hotels the whole time. And I was like, Vinny, the hell with those guys. We need to start a band.
Yeah.
and for a second, he looked up in the air and took about a 3-second pause. He's like, man, I don't know if I got it in me to do another project. But he thought about it. He thought about it. And I was like, yes.
Chris is one of those guys that's like of the people.
Yeah.
You know, like
you could tell right
he's
away.
He's just a good dude.
There's a thing that Chris does on stage sometimes where he tells a story about the guy he replaced in Five Finger Death Punch was that jerk.
Oh, really?
Was that jerk. And he actually ran into him, and the guy was a jerk to Chris.
I mean, we all have bad days, man.
Yeah.
His bad day just ended up in me taking his job, though.
Yeah. Well, hey. But nobody could top Ricky. Went back to the station and beat the two guys.
But we don't talk about that anymore.
I mean, you should talk more about that. I want to go look it up. I want to go Google the news stories and
there
see
were
the
a
whole
lot,
story.
but there was a lot of years
Yeah.
that I wasn't working because of that.
Because of that.
Oh yeah,
I would have hired you in a second.
No, what?
You said 2 years, though.
No, it was much longer than that. Because if I went to another, and you know me, I'm not a tough guy. If I went to a radio station and I got in another fight, that station would have been in trouble for hiring somebody that's already exhibited violence in the workplace.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I'm still very proud of it. I think you did. I think that more men used to need to handle things like men. We just we had this discussion yesterday. If I said to you, the three of you, you're gonna die in 30 days, you have cancer or whatever.
I'd go, yes.
But do you have anybody on your list that you'd like to kill before you go?
That's a long pause.
Yeah, because you're going over a couple. I mean, you don't have to say any names. I have a list.
You're hitting very close to home with me right now. Very close to home because I just.
You're not dying, are you?
I was gonna say
no.
okay.
I just, dude. Something crazy just happened that, it goes back to the first time I was ever in Anchorage, Alaska.
Right.
20 years ago.
This is why I don't believe any of your stories.
Oh, dude.
I'm walking on a beach in Malibu with Rachel Bowen. I'm in Anchorage. I believe I'm in
which is why I started I swear this is true because I'm
I believe you.
All the people that were there, I'm getting them involved to share their aspect of what happened during these moments. And this, what I'm about to tell you, you can Google.
Okay.
20 years ago, I walked into this club in Anchorage, my first time performing there. My ex is with me, and we end up spending about 30 minutes with the local comic who's going to open for me that weekend. His name is Matt Becker. Matt with one T.
Okay.
We walk out of the venue. My ex looks at me and goes, I like him. I looked at her and said, he's creepy. And she goes, what do you mean creepy? And I go, he's he's got dark energy. And she goes, you think you have intuition about people? And we got this whole argument about, and it came up several times that I think I have intuition about people. And she says, you're wrong. That was 20 years ago. If you are able to pull up your Twitter page right now, whoever's listening to this, go to the Anchorage Police Department's Twitter page right now
What did he
and
do?
scroll back to March 13th when the Anchorage Police Department put out a flurry of tweets saying to be on the lookout for a man in Anchorage who's on a murder spree.
Jesus. And that
He's
was him?
got a list of people that he wants to kill because he has pancreatic cancer.
And he knows, I love it.
And he's like, I have a list of people I want to kill, and he's going to kill everybody. And his name is Matt Becker. It's a terrible story.
It's a great story.
But here's how much I love being right. I cannot tell you the satisfaction of calling an ex from 20 years ago and being able to yell at her. Oh, it is such a great feeling. But yeah, dude.
I just sent you a link. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Becker. Look it up. But
is he still alive?
He killed himself.
Because now I think you were on the list.
Yeah. Oh, it was the people he had on the list was so like he messed up a lot of things in his life, and he got mad at people for like firing him from jobs, divorcing him, and he was like, I'm going to kill everybody. But
how many did he get from the list? That's what I want to know.
He tried to shoot his ex-wife. He started with her, and then he went to the house and killed her dad. Her dad was 88 years old. So he killed one person, and then nobody knew where he was for 24 hours. And people at his old job, like they hired gunmen to come into the bar. And he never
you go
showed
to his
up.
house. There's a dry erase board with just names on it.
Yeah, he had a list of people he wanted to take out. But
listen, go see these guys at Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel. Go to sidesplitterscomedy.com. Get tickets. You got Chris from Five Finger Death Punch. You have Ricky Rackman from Headbangers Ball. You got Craig Gass, who's a longtime friend of the show. All these guys are going to be up there doing comedy, telling jokes, telling stories, and it'll be a great time. I loved having the three of you here today. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Each show has one VIP, and we just sold out the first VIP for tonight. But it's for two people. You can have lunch or dinner with all three of us before the show.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
and you get
great.
those tickets at sidesplitterscomedy.com. So
good.
Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel, 2 tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, and 1 VIP each show. Front row
Hope you guys
seats.
have great shows.
Thank you, buddy.
Great seeing you all. Thank you so much. We're out of here. Have a great weekend. Thank you to Skylar and Matthew also for coming on the show today. See them at the Sapphire Lounge this weekend.